puedo dejar de sentir una especial de manera de usted.
You already know.
Sometimes it's hard to explain how you feel when your troubles are weighing you down. And it's hard to accept that the world has your back when you cry and there's no one around. But it's okay, girl, to take a day, girl, to regroup and to relax your mind. I know your pain, girl. Trust when I say, girl, that tomorrow is gonna be alright. Breathe just breathe. Nobody said it'd be easy. You're working hard to take care of your babies. And the way the world's set up, even when your man gives up, you got to keep it moving on. So it's okay, girl. Take a day, girl, to regroup and to relax your mind. I know your pain, girl. Trust when I say, girl, that tomorrow is gonna be alright. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Then lay your troubles down. When you're tired of all the drama, makes me wanna holler, yeah. I know you're tired of stressing without on your shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. I know you're tired of stressing. I know, yeah. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. 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 Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. What up, family? It's your girl, JustPatrice, live with JustPatriceBlowRadio.com is officially in the building. So happy to be here. Glad to be able to be here and have these conversations with you all. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that is jumping in on Instagram. I appreciate that. And shout out to my Facebook Live folks. I appreciate you and all the love and support that you show me all the time. It is January 13th, 2025. And we just gonna say that 2025 came in kicking folks in the chest. No games. We already left 2024 like, what is going on? And then 2025 was like, that's not nothing. I got you. It's terrible, terrible, terrible. I just only pray that this is not indicative of what we can expect for the rest of the year, because who can't take it? Who can't take it? My gosh. I thought 2024 was 2023. 2022 was like, girl, we don't like you. 2025 was like, hey, me Efer. This how you feel ganged up on. This how I feel ganged up on. I mean, this what it is. Shout out to my cousin Nina. Hey Nina in the building. What's going on? Shout out to Ricardo Black for chiming in. What's good, y'all? Hey, how you doing? We here and we're gonna have some conversation. I do have a guest that's gonna be calling in shortly. We'll talk about part two of the stress conversation that we were having last week about how we got to do better about taking care of ourselves, maintaining our wellness, and not letting the things that we cannot control dominate us mentally, emotionally, and so that they turn up on us physically. Like, if you already know, then you know I spent Christmas and the New Year's under the weather because shingles had me by a shingle. A shingles was shanking me, taking me down. It was a whole situation. And um, sometimes you just can't thank people enough for being patient with you, for being loving and supportive and understanding. Because I don't know about y'all, but when I don't feel good, I might be a little grumpy. I try to sleep and stay away from folks, so because I don't be pleasant, and you just see, I'll be pleasant, especially when I'm hurting. If I'm in pain too, whoo, baby, I just stay, just go on and stay away, and let me go on off into my corner until I can at least regain some bit of sanity because I don't be good. I don't be I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I do want to send a special shout out to my mom and to Buddy for all that they do while I'm down. Send another special shout out to y'all, Mama Venus, Auntie Venus, however y'all address her, for the care that she expressed towards me as well. Additionally, I'd like to shout out to my home sis, the anomaly, for just being present. You get what I'm saying? Hey, Tanine, how you doing? Glad to have you join the conversation as well. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all say hi so I can shout y'all out for sure. Make sure we all showing some love around these parts. Hey, sister of mine. So, um, I'm willing to bet that all of y'all know somebody that has been sick over these last. I'm gonna just say 3 weeks since Christmas. If it wasn't you, like how many of y'all know somebody that was sick or is sick right now? And when I say sick, I mean dealing with the flu, dealing with whatever this COVID is, dealing with um something. I don't know. Just go ahead and respond. Dealing with something. She said, "Glad to see your face." I'm glad to see my face too, Tanine. Do you hear me? I'm glad to see my face too, cause baby, the face that we have been seeing wasn't this one. Oh my goodness, it was absolutely not. Tanine said, "I know at least 7 people, and I was one of them." Did you have the flu? Did you have a cold? Like, what did you have? Like, what was going on? What was going on? I'm listen. We already talked about what was going on with me. I got a phone call a couple days ago that 3 of my homeboys, my brothers, were in the hospital. 3 of them. Like, not just we not well. Like, you in the hospital though, fam. Sick, sick. And I saw videos for I talked to Natumbe via text, and then I talked to our brother Party, and he kind of gave us details and updates and all the stuff that way. I just saw the video that Homer did for Sip. You get what I'm saying? And so being able to see him sitting up and talking after stroke number 6 was quite just quite an astounding feat. Just we talking about God moving miracle because how you have 6 strokes and then still be like, yeah, I just want to appreciate y'all. Seem to be about his wit, seem to be about um able to have conversation, engaging, and just whatever the long terms is. We just pray that it's nothing too major, you know what I'm saying, that he can continue to live a life not like he was used to, because baby, we know some changes need to be made. But whatever they're gonna be, we're gonna do it in hopes that it's all for the best. Troy said not now but a month ago we had walking pneumonia. Come on, Troy. Tanine said mine was just a cold, thankfully, but others were worse. Look, we have to be on it. We have to be on it. Like I know with those three, then and then I had the shingles. Kim and her surgery. It's just been so much. You know what I'm saying? Like left and right. I'm sick. Sis in Atlanta sick. Like we sick across the country. And like aside from that, this climate shift is a crime against humanity. Now, I done said what I said about the winter. Y'all know that it don't it ain't never gotta snow for me. You understand? I prefer, the tropical weather. I don't prefer the natural disasters that happen to accompany the tropical weather. But I do like the weather. And when it's warmed, because I need to be warmed all the time. That's my preference. I just want to be warmed all the time, all like every time, like for that I could walk around in tank tops and shorts and sundresses all the time. I don't never have to have on uh excess layers of clothes. Now mind you, I love a good hoodie, obviously, but I don't never have to have on multiple layers of wardrobe. If the sun was shining on my skin, um, uh, a good proportion of the day, and then the rest of the time it was the moon that was out, and there may have been a little bit of rain. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of rain because the foliage on the outside need to be figured. You understand? However, and ever, I don't never got to have no snow. All right, I just want to say that. How, with that being put out there, I do very much also have to acknowledge that I live in Wisconsin. Okay. And in Wisconsin or Wisconsin, depending on how you pronounce it, okay, it's supposed to snow here. It's supposed to snow here. Now, 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. You understand what I'm saying? Which means it's a season that it cool down and the leaves change colors. Okay. And then everything fall off and go away. Okay, and then there's a frost that comes, and then it get cold, and there's a standstill. Okay, and then everything comes back to life again, and then things thrive. It's a cycle. You understand what I'm saying? But in the standstill of it all, it's supposed to be snowing, and it's snowing everywhere in this country, but in Milwaukee. And I don't really know per se what's happening. I just would like it to be acknowledged in a public forum that ain't right, yo. Something's wrong. Something is wrong. I don't like it. I don't like it. How and ever. It ain't right. It's something is going on. I knew something was happening when we used to get like feet of snow. We haven't had multiple feet of snow in a winter in a long time. I'm talking about rudging through, got the vehicles can't move in this that type of snow. We just don't get it no more. Feet feet of snow, like up to your hips in the snow. I'm 5'3". So up to my hips is about 2 feet of them. You understand what I'm saying? Where's this? What happened? I really wish. Now, don't get me wrong. I know a scientist's job is to discover, pick apart, recreate what you discovered, and modify it. You get what I'm saying? Or, find ways to fine tune it. I understand that. You got to pick things apart. You got to find all the little pieces and particles of what it look like, break it down, find a way to duplicate it, find a way to prevent duplication there and of it, and or you understand what I'm saying? I understand science. I understand chemistry, biology. I get it. But if you could just stop playing with these damn viruses, just stop it. Just stop it and releasing it onto these communities. We are not test dummies. You gotta stop it. You just gotta stop it. This COVID-19 took out put a punch in the population of the world. Do you understand? It put a punch in the gut of the population of the world, and now you just keep playing with multiple versions of this virus. You just keep tweaking it, keep tweaking it. Could you stop? Just damn stop it. Everything don't we don't need a biological warfare. We don't need any more chemical nothing. Just stop it. I want to be the first person in the world to discover that you can split this to do that and create that thing over there that don't really have anything to do with this. But if you just move this one little molecule, it'll change please stop. Please stop. Like you're killing us. Like literally, this is a terrible way to manage population. A terrible way to manage. Like it's just no room, no way for it. Shout out to Lorraine the Star. Hey you, how's it going? Glad to have you join the conversation. Taking a toll. Do you know someone or have you been sick in the last 2 months? Do you know someone or have you been sick in the last 2 months? We're taking a little bit of a poll. When you come on in, let me know. That's what we ask. That's what I'm asking right now. And this crazy, like I'm willing to bet that it's either you or somebody you know. Tanine says 7 people. She done accounted for everybody on the line already. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be sick anymore. Lorena said I haven't been sick, but I know 3 people that have. This crazy. We should not be this sick. Like what they've amped up, quote unquote, all these immune boosting everything. Everything. We're taking more vitamins, we're eating more vegetables, we're tapping back into the natural herbs then we just keep getting sick. Er has anybody else noticed that? Like the more we start talking about natural eating, pushing us towards the base of veganism, vegetarianism, trying to get us to eat well, do better, eat all these genetically modified foods. You get what I'm saying? And we're getting more sick. It's crazy. We're supposed to be eating healthier, do doing better, and instead we're just getting sick. It's I know what mine was. I stressed myself into a fit of illness. Um yeah, and that is one of the things that we're going to talk about today, among some other stuff. But we're definitely going to talk about part 2 of how in the world are we allowing ourselves to get to the point where we are looking literally our own personal demise in the face, just looking at it like I can do this. One of my brothers is in the hospital because he's dealing with renal lapse. Okay, that means his kidneys are failing. Okay, what does that mean? That means now you have to do dialysis. And what does dialysis mean? You got somebody the system that you were using to filter your body out. It's no longer doing the job it's supposed to be doing, and now you need some help with that. Another my brother friends in the hospital because he had six, Jesus, 6 strokes. How, Jesus, how sway? Six times. Okay, come on, y'all. Then whatever this COVID or what other these other viruses are literally shutting down our lung capacities. Like it's crazy. On what is that? Like I'm trying to process the concept or whatever. In October, hey, Auntie Venus, how you doing? Um, it's crazy. Like our the cleaner we eat, the more forced we are into a quote unquote healthier fit of eating. It's like, how are we getting this sick? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if we are the level of processed foods purchase is being is decreasing, people are actually cooking more, they're sharing information about um natural remedies across the globe. The idea of exchange and health and wellness has become like a top tier priority, literally. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and constantly moving up the charts. This is how we're learning to live in these new, healthier ways. We're doing that, and still we are fighting for our lives in these levels of sickness. How is this even happening? How the question is, how is that happening? Is it really everything that we're eating that's making us this sick? Are there other factors in play? We know that it's a combination, but how much of what are we really being tricked into eating certain things only to help, you know what I'm saying, push the agenda that we are harming ourselves. Trying to, let me see. I know I was. I know I was. And then, you know what? And I'll be the first to tell you that it's not necessarily just what we're consuming. The how do you say? Trying to make decisions based on social standards is very difficult. Doing what you know is right is not the hard part, okay? The hard part comes into play when it what you know is right is a contradiction to what the social environment that you live in is accepting. That is an issue. You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy. Hold on one second. It's like we're trying to get all this. It's crazy. We have to do better with what that looks like. You understand what I'm saying? Nina says, right. I'm having issues with my bike fits. Explain it to me, cause with my bike fits from the liver and pancreas. Just had a stent put in last Thursday. Have to go back for another procedure later this month. Really? On the internet? Girl, you smooth with it. Cause let me tell you, soon as I get off this air, as soon as I get off the air, what? Your bile ducts. Yes, okay. Thank you. On the bike fist. It's okay. Yeah, absolutely. I see you. That's okay. Say, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Ninja. Okay, that's okay. It's up now. I got it. You having trouble with your bile ducts from the liver and pancreas. I'm just saying. You just had the stent put in. Okay. Okay. We'll talk about that later. I feel you on that. I'm not sure what we're doing as a community, that the things that we are. She said, "Don't do me on air." You don't, don't do your. I, but I'm. Mm. Okay, okay, okay. Let me gather myself real quick, y'all. I'm just saying. Let me pick my face up off the floor. I don't know what we're doing as a community that we are getting this sick at this age. Like, and it's not happening like a little here, like it's like a swoosh across the generation. Let me go on and get them real quick. I'm like, what? This got jokes. This got jokes. And how we're managing it, and we're still taking um quote unquote cold medicines. It's crazy. It's bananas. Oh, uh-huh. Just let me go and put that out there. Um, uh-huh. Thank you very much. Yes. Um, like people are and I try to explain to, like, my homeboy, he got sick. And whatever cold he was having, he kept saying, I'm just gonna take this Dayquil or something such whatever. And I was like, okay, so you just need to push through the day, right? Because your body needs a little help healing. So you gotta do something to help your body heal. You understand what I'm saying? If you're not doing anything to help your body heal, we're just taking these medicines to kind of to pacify the symptoms so that we can get through. You get what I'm saying? But because of what's happening in our food, what's happening in the air, was like, you need to boost your immune system. Your immune system needs some help, sir. Mucinex ain't gonna fix that. You understand? So what I'm saying? So I wasn't trying to discourage him from taking medicine. I mean, that's what we used to do when we was younger. Here, take this Dayquil, NyQuil, take this cough syrup, take this whatever. And that's just masking the symptoms. I want to be well. Please purge whatever this virus, this bacteria that is in my body. Could you I need to get it out. Okay. And then I need to put the things in me that are going to help encourage my natural energy, that is going to get my immune fight on deck, because something got to help my body do what it's supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? I need to put something on the inside so my body can be helped do the things it need to be doing. Shout out to James Austin for chiming in. He said, we are not in tune with our breath. We have no normal form of self-care. Woo! Tis a thing. Like, we at this stage in this generation, I'm talking about the people that I've talked to, that this is like running through, right? The whole swipe, all these folks, you know what I'm saying, either ended up in the hospital battling these quote unquote colds, these viral infections. You know what I'm saying? We have to, like, I know people saying, don't worry about what I'm eating. You got to go some way. Okay, that's cool and all, but then you live your own truth. I'm not tripping on that, but don't be lying about it. You understand what I'm saying? We not lying about it. That cough syrup that you took is not fixing whatever is wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? It does settle the cough, but that's all it does. It's literally it. Oh my gosh, that's all it's doing. I don't know about you, but I don't want the virus on the inside of me to be quiet. I want it out. Okay, I don't know about you, but I don't want any bacteria that's attacking any parts of my body to be quiet. I don't want you to be quiet. I want you out. I don't want any foreign body inside of this flesh body to be quiet. No, make a little noise so I can know where you at because I want you out of here. And I need to flush my system, where it's called they call it a system flush, they call it a detox, whatever it is that we need to be doing to take care of that. People talk about me and my bubble child status. I know that I'm allergic to many things. My skin is super sensitive, my system is sensitive, and you know what I'm saying? I got to take care of all the parts that's going to get me together. But what I need is for my body to be free of this stuff. I don't want the stuff in here and just quiet. That's like this the shingles. You got the chicken pox when you were younger, and then the shingles virus said that the virus mutates in your system and becomes something else, and this attaches itself to the nervous system. Who created the god doggone chicken pox? Damn you to hell. Okay? And then it's enough a vaccine you can take to counter it. It don't kill it. It's still in you. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Nina says, there's also the fact that we don't get quote unquote good for those with state insurance. Listen, come on. It's out of control. Man, Prince Daniel said, man, listen. Nina said, as our grandma said, you had more pays than old folks. I did. All growing up, I stayed. Ouch. Oh, I hurt myself. I was tearing myself up growing up. And then we really just didn't have no understanding on exactly to what extent. You know what I'm saying? I probably should have been having a whole different type of regimen for all the stuff that I was allergic to. And then we didn't even really know it. What did that mean? You know what I'm saying? How did you go into this? Quit playing. Quit playing. James said, thank you for speaking to sickness as a foreign attack. We all too often personalize sickness. We use the terms we suggest we have become one with our conditions. You that suggests we have become one with our conditions that have attacked us. No, no. Nina said, exactly. I'm just saying, I wish I had known the things that I know now. Maybe I wouldn't be as sick as an adult. You know what I'm saying? Wish we had known to, change some of the stuff that I was eating to more fruits and vegetables that were more natural back then. You know what I'm saying? So I could boost my immunity. I don't know, but whatever it is, baby, I'm gonna tell you, I done made it this far, and I'm doing my best. What I can't never do is see the shingles again. I don't want to see the shingles no more, and I don't want to see the goddamn whooping cough no more. Quiet as kept. Anything else on the list that required the vaccination, I don't want it. Anything, any part of it. Okay? I'm just trying to tell you, it ain't no fun. I don't want it for me. But I invite y'all to call in. I want you to join this conversation. I want to talk about how those things, when you let our immune system break all the way down, what happens? Like, it shut me down, yo. And I'm speaking to it because you don't think that I know that that's why my boy in the hospital, because was you doing all the things that you were supposed to do when it comes to what you eat and how you consume your body? Did you even fight to save your kidneys before you were in a detriment? How were you managing what you were eating, doing all the things so before the strokes set in? You get what I'm saying? Are we taking our vitamin intake? Are we going to the doctor? Are we visiting our physicians, finding out, what our blood levels are, finding out what our tolerances are, so that we can offset. Like, if you missing something, get the sub in, yo. Like, most of us are short on vitamin D. Get it in your system, bro. Get it in your system. For those that are short on vitamin C and zinc and B12s, get it in your system. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's hard to have vitamin K, the enrichment this, vitamin C. Go and get yourself some stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Get it and put it in your system. because if you don't, your immune system is going to, as we are getting older. And these are the things I'm like, are y'all teaching y'all kids this mess? Are y'all doing the same stuff that happened to us? Are y'all not saying to your children or teaching your children to be mindful of their blood counts, to be mindful of their vitamin content, their food consumption? Are you teaching your children this, or are you just letting them watch you get sick and pretending like you don't have no answers? You got to quit playing. Got to quit playing. It was funny a little bit, cousin. It was funny a little bit. Just a little bit. Tamara said, hello and happy new year. What's going on? Delicious bites in the building. Tamara White is happening. What's going on, sis? Nina said, me. Listen, we all short on the vitamin D. You feel me? You can definitely get an injection. Do you hear me? And they're gonna talk about, I don't want to be shot. I don't want the shot. Oh, you want to be shot? They're gonna give you an IV later. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you if you don't get a shot or take the pill now, you're gonna have an IV later. I just it's I'm just saying. Nita said you made me laugh all out of work. I'm sorry. My bad. Listen, if you don't take the pills, eat the food now, you and because you scared about a shot. I don't want no shot. They're gonna give you an IV later. They're gonna prop you up, and then they're gonna put the needle in your vein. They're gonna find it, specifically put it in your vein. And some of the nurses don't do good. Okay, I just thought you should know that some of the nurses don't do good. And then they're gonna stick you multiple times. Just take the pills. Take the vitamins now. Eat the veggies now. Eat the herbs now. You know what I'm saying? Or you scared talking about somebody, I don't want no shot. Okay, you gonna get one later if you don't do it. Hey, if you want to call in, you're welcome to call in. The number is 414-885-4739. That's area code 414-885-4739. We talking about taking care of ourselves, making better regimens for wellness. You know what I'm saying? To keep our stress down. When you are emotionally beat, you are mentally beat. The next thing is for you to be physically beat the hell up. I'm just saying. And by the time it gets to you physically, then you risking your life. You're risking your life. But that's what we out here trying to do, right? We out here trying to risk our lives as best as we can because why? We don't got nothing else to do but just die tomorrow. Trish, that sound cold blooded. It is. I'm not playing with y'all. It is. Oh, I just don't feel good. I'ma see tomorrow. You see tomorrow what? What are you waiting to see? What are you okay? What are you waiting for tomorrow to see? I'ma just lay down. If fam, I'ma just lay down. It's the prelude to the stroke. I'ma see how I feel later. Later when? When we got to call 911 because now you wrote up we're not responsive. I just want to I'm not being exaggerating. I'm telling y'all, don't be the pain in the ass that y'all see on TV that we fuss about all the time. The person that be laid up in a bed because everybody else told them to do the things and they didn't do none of the stuff. And you be like, why you just didn't say nothing? Then you could have just said, nah, not a whole family in a turmoil because you was just trying to. Don't be that person. Don't be them. We complain about that person all the time. Shout out to Shaniqua. How you doing, beloved? How you doing? I'm just saying. Don't be that person. Oh, I'm a just see later. We complained and we worry about our parents not saying, I hurt myself today, or I'm concerned about this in my body. And we sit here and I'd be like, Ma, I cannot believe that you ain't say nothing to me. Well, I didn't want you to worry. Don't you tell me you don't want me to worry about nothing. I'm not erratic. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes we go through these things. We need a little bit of support. You know what I'm saying? But now you're gonna wait until you in a situation, and now it's all detriment, and we trying to figure out what's going on. We trying to save lives. Now we and then you land something. I'm sorry. I should have told y'all. But I just didn't want. You don't want us to worry now because you're dying. Now what you want us to do? Huh? Not what you want us to do. Every time I think about it, I want to just reach and start just slapping people. Listen, cut it out. That's not fair to your family. It's not fair to your children. I'm trying to save folks some worry. And you up here not doing none of the stuff you're supposed to be doing. I'ma just take a nap. Take a nap and don't get up and see what happens. Somebody is gonna be furious, devastated, brokenhearted because I'ma just see what is go to the doctor. Let the doctor just see, unless that's part of your profession. You know what I'm saying? If you just know the body so well, you know exactly what it is and what the next steps are to manage it. Hey, if that's what you want, then that's cool. But if you don't, if that's not your job, that's not what you do, get out of here. You done got me in trouble, Auntie. You got yourself in trouble, Auntie. You got yourself in trouble. Be your ass by yourself. You said on the internet onto yourself. I ain't trying to. I'm trying to. Girl, you said don't do you on the air. I'm right here. I'm being quiet. We listen and we don't judge. Boo! Telling y'all right now, it's over for that. It's gonna be your ass. That's gonna be my ass. It's gonna be your ass. Soon as I get off this internet, I'm on it. Just saying, we have to do better about it because it's crazy. We have to do better. Like, don't wait, y'all. We going to bed. These men letting these chest compressions. Oh, that's just a little gas, and it's not gas. It's you having a heart attack, fam. Oh, the phone is ringing. Hold one moment, please, family.
Call from Prince Daniel. To accept, press 1. To send.
We'd like to thank you for logging on to blowradio.com. You are live with JustPatrice. So welcome to Monday, baby. How's it going on, Prince?
I'm all right. How you doing, big sis?
You
How you
know,
doing?
doing all right. You know, living my life, doing better in this moment.
Yeah. I feel you. You
What's
know,
the word?
I got the day off, but I do kind of want to comment on this because Milwaukee, we just lost a whole legend in the city, in Twan Mack,
Mm-hmm.
and um, me and him, we share the same barber, Matt Najee. And when I was talking to Matt, what was going on, like, so like, before I start the story, I want to preface this with saying, like, me, brothers, please, when things seem abnormal with you, don't try to be that tough dude, like, and just go get yourself checked out. Go to the doctor, please. Because you never know what's going on. You know, you might feel a little funny, but like, don't lean on that mess. Like, I got this. I'm gonna be okay. Please go to the doctor because you know one of my mentors will still be here. So the day he passed,
Mm-hmm.
he he wasn't feeling too good. He was having trouble breathing, and he's in XL's barber shop. And you know, it took them like hours to convince him to finally go to the doctor. He went and he was like, okay, but I'm gonna chill here for a second. It was like, no, you should go. He's like, all right, went after 2, 3, 4 hours of them trying to convince him to go. He goes to the restroom and
It's okay.
oh, okay. He goes to the restroom and then you know he he no longer if he's no longer here. So like if he if he had made it to the hospital in time, they could have saved his life. We have to really take good care of ourselves, man, because like that's me included. You know what I'm saying? When and since you see me be sick and be like, no,
Mm-hmm.
I got it, I can handle it. And one time in particular, you made me go to the doctor after giving me like a ginger shot or some stuff. So
Yep.
so so this is something I'm truly speaking from you know experience and just like losing somebody who was close to me. Um, we have to do better, man. And then two, I'm gonna speak on something that you said when it comes to people actually, saying I was trying to save you from worry. Stop being selfish. That's selfish because like leave that up to the people. Let those who love you know. Let those who you love know. Um, and even acquaintances like let people know so like we can people have access to all kinds of different avenues that we don't know, and you might not know who they know that can help you out and save your life.
Right,
You
right,
know, but you've been sick this whole time, and now and now you're like stage 4 cancer, or something's going on with you where like you could possibly no longer be here, and then it's too late, and now people are finding this out, or you just go to sleep and then never wake up.
right. And that's what I'm talking about. Because we are initially saying what whatever happens to my body just happens to my body. And I'm not tripping on your willingness to, put it in God's hands. I'm not tripping at all. But when we are given notice, you're supposed to do something about it. When you are given notice, you're supposed to act on it. You get what I'm saying? But we don't do that. We just be like, oh, okay, well, I thought. I don't want to hear I thought. I'm gonna tell you right now, and I know she can hear me, and I'm gonna say it right now, and y'all can hear me, and maybe the run playback. Mama, I don't want to hear. I thought I was gonna be okay. I thought if I just wait, I want to know. I don't want to know. No, no, please, just let's go. I don't care if they said we've been at home a bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many times you go to the doctor. You get what I'm saying? I don't
Hmm.
care. I don't care. I feel like if we need to go to the doctor 3 times in the same day, then we going 3 times. That's what it's there for. You get what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. I know that some things are expensive. Some experiences, some doctor stuff is expensive. Going to the doctor, medicine, I get it. But I'm gonna tell you, it's some bills that's worth having.
It's like, what is your life worth? Your life is more valuable than any doctor bill.
Come on now. We have to
Your
we have
life
to
is worth
remember that
it.
nobody
It's
wants
worth
to be
more.
stressed out about bills. Me neither. Nobody wants to be stressed out about. I'm trying to buy a house, and now I got this medical bill on my butt, and I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't manage that. I hear what you're saying, but now your family is not sitting around saying, "I wish she had just told us. I could have. I'd have took the time to get you there. I would have. Don't make no decisions for me. Ask me and then give me the opportunity to help make the plan. You feel what I'm saying? I listen.
Hmm.
Am I emotional? Yes. Am I caring? Absolutely. Is my heart? Do I wear it on my sleeve when it comes to my loved ones? Absolutely. Am I delusional? No. Am I going to be ridiculously in a fit of panic? No, I'm not. If something is going on, I want you to tell me so that we can handle it together. You get what I'm saying? If you need some assistance, maybe you need some support, maybe you need to feel loved. You get what I'm saying? We're here. Phone calls, doctor visits. You need somebody to go with you, then maybe somebody can go with you. You don't got to do it by yourself. You get what I'm saying? And luckily, when I be down like this, I don't live by myself, so my journey is never going to be by myself. For now, you get what I'm saying? I'm just
Hmm.
saying, who knows if my mom had not said, no, we are going to the emergency tonight. I don't like this rash on your forehead, and you've been having a headache for 3 days. That's not right, Patrice. Ain't nothing right about that, Patrice. And all I could say was,
Nothing.
"You right, okay." And I got to the hospital finally, and the doctor told me, had you waited 2 more days, this would be a whole bad situation.
See, and we mental health and physical health in the black community is so it's looked at so distastefully. And I get it because like our fear of doctors because of things that have been done to us. experiments on men, on women. I understand our fear, right? I truly get it. But if we never go, then we end up in worse situations. Our families end up torn, broken, crying and hurting, angry, sad, all the things at one time,
Right. And I'm a fan. I'm a
right?
firm
And
believer. I understand 110%. I understand. This is your body. This is your life, and you can do with it as you please. I respect that 110%. In the same breath of me offering respect and understanding to that statement, if you are on the verge of illness, but you don't be ill, but you don't succumb to that, somebody's gonna have to take care of you. You got to trust
hmm
somebody. And if you can minimize, you want to care for me. You want to offer me the opportunity that you looking out, then look out and make it so that should something happen to you, the on the other side of that, there's gonna be minimal damage. So I got minimum worry and minimum woe during your caregiving time. Because I'm telling you, caring for a person, the whole part of them, making sure that they're fed, making sure that they're clean, that they're moving their body, all the stuff, whatever. You want to minimize my stress, minimize some of that. Make it so that you just need some medicine and a little rub in the back and a little rest. Make it that so not that you are now paraplegic and now you a vegetable and we don't know what to do because you hanging on to. But don't make me no vegetable. Just gone and unplug me. I don't want
hmm
to hear none of that. Let's avoid it if we
yeah,
can.
please, like I don't have a problem doing that if it becomes needed,
Mm-hmm.
but don't get to the point to where it's needed when the need could have been avoided.
Come on. If it could have been avoided, I just thought, well, think that we should go to the doctor. Let that be the thought. Well, I just thought that it was time to have somebody know what was going on. You understand what I'm saying? Or let's make some moves here. You understand what I'm
Please,
saying? Let's
let's
make
not.
some moves.
Yeah, let's make some moves. Let's like if it's diabetes, let okay, then are you hypo or hypo? You know what I'm saying? Like what foods do we need to get you on? What kind of diet can we get you on to get your insulin regulated without you having to get all these shots and call it and pills and things? Like what can we do for you? And how can we love on you to make sure that you still here longer? Right? How can we, like I had to say, I had the conversation with my mom, man, and sometimes we get so stuck in our ways to where we be like, well, some hold on,
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to get a little upset because of the
It's
conversation I had with my mom and my auntie. When no one wants to hear their elders say something's going to kill me anyways, I'm gonna die anyway, so I might as well choose what's going to take me out. Your food should never take you out.
when
Um,
people say I'm gonna die anyway, I might as well choose. Okay, listen. I ain't listen. Listen to what I'm saying. If that's the choice that you are making, you know what I'm saying? Also choose on the same path to understand that you're making a choice that what if your decision that you're making makes it so that you become paraplegic or you become a vegetable
hmm
because you didn't want to tell me, so you didn't want to stress me out, but now I got to do way more than what we would have had to do. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Let's just we want to do the minimum across the board. Minimum for your health, minimum for your concern, for me, minimum all the things. All the let's
like
do that. Look at
love
cuz gonna
yourself
say,
enough
to
to
be
love your
fair, I
family
did tell
properly.
one of my cousins there before I went to the hospital. To be fair, I we ain't gonna talk about it on air, cousin. But girl, you gonna make me say it on the air. You think you know what worries people? I'm gonna tell y'all right now. You know what? And it's not secrets cause concern. You know what I'm saying? Lack of communication. It cause worry.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Broken messages, you know what I'm saying? Misconstrued information causes worry. We talking about what's worry? You know what I'm saying? That's how you cause worry. That's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? If you want to not have your people worry, you want to not have us, you know what I'm saying, falling out into the streets and oh my God, what's going to happen? If you want to stop that part, talk to your people, yo. And I know you can't talk to
That part.
everybody. And I know we don't trust everybody. You get what I'm saying? I get that. Cuz says she did tell somebody here. You get what I'm saying? Well, you whoever the person that you told, you get what I'm saying? I hope that the wellness in that spot, that person's mind was strong enough as you had hoped it to be. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
However, it could have had that much more support. You get what I'm saying? Along the process. You know, us worry about one another.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? But let's not do what let's minimize not just the worry. Let's minimize the damage. Let's really circumvent the issue. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. That's the thing that kill people. Be like, oh, I wasn't trying to make you worry, but okay, now like now that I know like you either close to not being here, or you're like close to being in a state to where like you're gonna need 24/7 care. Now I'm worried more.
I'm worried way more. Just I'm way
And
more.
if you pass away, yeah, and if you pass away, now I'm hurting more
And I'm
because
brokenhearted. Come
one,
on. I'm out of here.
one, one, you didn't tell me, so I didn't know. So now there's all kind of thoughts running through my mind, like, man, I wish I could have been there.
Cuz said I get
Like
it.
I'm hurting now.
Cuz said I get it. But
You know,
we do think about others like what they're already going through. Not saying it's right, but we do think of that. You know what? I respect that and I understand. I genuinely do understand. You got enough. I don't. A lot of my friends ask me why I don't share very much. What's going on in my life personally? I don't give very much personal account. I'm transparent when we talk about stuff like this on the internet and on air and stuff. Whatever. I try to be open when I'm going through things because I know that there is a benefit for folks across the board. And so whatever I'm going through, if somebody was going through or could be dealing with, I'm here 110%. You know what I mean? I get that 110%. And I don't always share the things that I'm going through, especially when I know they play this heavy. And if I know you a burden bearer, you gonna come in and you gonna pick this cross up with me, and we're gonna stroll together. I'm already knowing what you're gonna do. I'm already knowing what
hmm
it's gonna be. I want to encourage and implore you all though who think, well, I'm not gonna tell them because of what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? Understand, being understanding in both ways, saying, hey, I just want you to be aware. I know what's happening with you. I want you to be aware. And let's not take away the choice to be able to say, I love you. Let me love on you. Let me support you as well. You get what I'm saying? And let me do what I can. If I can't give you 10 hours, I got two, then let me give you the 2 hours. You understand what I'm saying? 2 hours is 2 hours less that you got to do it alone. You get what I'm saying? And 2 hours is 2 hours less
exactly.
that somebody else got to do it alone. You know what I'm saying? And some people
Like,
like, well, I need you to be here for 10 hours. I know you might need 10 hours, but I got two. You can have these two. Have them. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
That
but
type of
now,
engagement.
but if you got 5 people who can all give you 2 hours, now you got the 10 hours you need.
Exactly, and nobody else is and overextended. Now we extend it together. You feel what I'm saying? We moving and rolling
Exactly. Don't
together.
And it's like don't take the choice or the option away from me to be there for you because I love you. And don't hide behind like, and I understand why people do what they do, but don't hide behind the fact like I don't want to burden you.
Right,
Because if I love you, the things I do for you is not a burden.
right. It's definitely not a burden. And though I get it, you know what I'm saying. I want to make sure that I'm not adding to your the demise of your well being. I get it. I completely understand that. I know it's not ill fated. I know it's not ill fated, and we can always say, how much is right or how much is wrong, and we don't want. I'm not here to make anybody feel bad about caring for their families or their friends, and but I want us to do better job at understanding that we can be here for one another. You know what I'm saying? We can do it. Like, I showed you, we talked about my situation with the shingles. You know what I'm saying? And every other thing that
Mm-hmm.
I've been through up in these last few weeks. The shingles, the kitty infections, the double ear infection, all this foolishness. My body done showed out in these last 6 months. And whatever is purging and getting that negative energy up off of me, that's what I want. Have it, get out of here. I don't want it. I don't want it. I do want some
Mm-hmm.
more good humor. Strawberry crunch bars,
Mm-hmm.
because they are delicious.
Well, hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Your mic kind of went down a little bit. I don't know if it's my phone.
No, it's fine. I'm here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you need a little bit of humor. So I'm gonna ask you this question. You probably seen it already.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you tried to return your significant other back to their family, and then their family said no refunds?
I know a couple of people that don't want their family back.
They're like, no, no, you can have no refunds over this way.
Hilarious. Hilarious. That's what I'm talking about though. What'd you say?
Life is humor. I said, no, no. I was just saying, life is humor. You need to find the humor in certain things.
That's true.
Um,
You get what I'm saying? We got to do what we got to do to make it all make sense. You get what I'm saying? And then get right back to it. Let me see
right
what
back to it.
get right back to it. And I keep saying, and I've said this before, I'm gonna say this again, that I don't want to um I don't want to I don't need to get back to the way of nothing. What I want to get back to is better. I want to get back to being well, in a capacity that my body wouldn't even can't even understand truly. You know what I'm saying? I want to get back to there. You understand what I'm saying? And then once we get back to that space is what I want to be able to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the person that I was before I got here. I want to feel good, and I want to feel better about feel better about being able to communicate about what's happening in my wellness. I want to feel better about being able to communicate those things. You understand what I'm saying? And if we can't do that, then I'm okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. She said, let me see. Oh, I just made an apple dump cake last night. Oh, was she all the way in
Oh,
Arizona?
that sounds
She's so
delicious.
foul. But let make them cube steaks and let me get them though. Ooh, sorry. She know I like food.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you don't want to go back to who you was before you got sick
I
because
don't.
who you were before you got sick is still an ill person
Yep. Who I was before I got sick,
who
got
just didn't
sick.
know it.
You know what I'm saying? Who I was before I got sick, got sick. I'm straight.
Yeah, you just didn't know it.
Indeed. I thank you for calling in, Prince. You always welcome to call in. We need to get you signed up for an actual day to come in and sit with me, and we can chop it up, and some as we're building on just tapping into um better ways to get 2025 to behave. You get what I'm saying? And not necessarily just
Man,
behave, but you know what I'm saying? So we can be better prepared for what's coming. You know what I mean? We're always talking about
yeah.
health and business and entrepreneurship or whatever the case may be. I'd love to have you in and we can talk about some of those things together.
Oh, definitely. Then we just got to schedule the date. I wish I had told you I took this entire week off because it's my birthday week.
Mm. Oh boy. When is your birthday?
The 16th, but I'm actually having an event on Friday.
Okay. Where at?
Lux Six. It's a new spot on 37th and Burlock.
Mm.
Yep. So my cousin Mike and his family they own the spot,
Mm-hmm.
and you know how I am. I'm very picky with who I work with and why I work with them and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So he came to me and he gave me like I thought about it for about a month and a half. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And so yeah, I'm having my birthday party slash the return of Wild Port.
Call from James Austin. To accept, press 1. To send a
Hold, please. Hello? Hello,
Hello?
Prince, you there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So I'll be having my birthday party slash the return of Wild Poetry open mic night uh, on the 17th.
Okay.
Totally free event.
And make sure you share the
Totally
information
free.
so that we can I'll be more than happy to share it online for you.
Yeah, I'm
Eh,
turning 43. I'm like old adjacent now.
you so funny.
I'm
You
not old yet, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I got called unk by a 24-year-old yesterday, and he threw me.
you is crazy. We out here though. I'm just saying, let me know when you
Yeah.
catch up. I just turned 50. I'll be 51 this year. Let me know when you catch up.
Oh man, listen,
Exactly.
listen. I'm
Exactly. Exactly. Good
we
afternoon, Tiasha
cool.
Archer. Glad to have you doing a conversation. She said, is it the old Pied Piper or the old Joe and Sam?
I
Okay.
don't know what was right there. It's literally on the corner of like 37th and Burla, right next to like that little parking lot right there. It's like the only building on that, like the only thing that's on that block next to like some houses. It's like three houses, and then down the block is like Tiffany Spot Wildflower
Hmm.
on like 38th Street. Um, but I don't know what was. I forget what was right there before. I can't even remember. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's 3710 West Burla Avenue, though. I mean Burla Street. I will definitely post it in here once we get up there. I don't know. I don't know if it's the old
Yeah,
Joe. I
just
don't know
make sure
what
you
it.
send me the flyer, and I will make sure
Okay.
that I share it and distribute as well. She said Joe and Sam if it's small.
It is small. It's small, but it's I would say small. It's like it's not the biggest venue on the inside.
Okay,
But
let me let me pause you.
it's not
Let me pause you so we don't spend another 5 minutes talking about the venue. Okay, I love you.
okay.
You
All right.
understand? I
I
love you to
love you.
pieces. Right. So it's the 17th. What time?
Oh, so show starts. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8 p.m. sharp, and it goes until like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Um, so we plan on being there the entire night. It's a bi-weekly event,
Okay. Well, make sure
so
you
y'all
send
be
share
able
the
to pop
information with
out.
me, and I'll be able to distribute it graciously, and we can go on from there.
Oh, thank you, thank
You
you.
you are welcome,
Um,
beloved.
yeah, I definitely got to get on live. I haven't been on the radio with you in like a year, so I got to get back up there, and we got to talk. I miss being on the radio with you. It used to be fun.
You're so funny. I would love that, and we'll get together soon.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna get off because I'll talk your ear off and these folks' ears off over here on blowradio.com.
Daniel, I'm about to push you down. Okay.
Okay. Love you.
Okay.
Bye
I
bye.
love you. Bye bye. Y'all know I Dan is my little brother, but yeah, you know. Anywho, I got another caller that's calling in. I want to make sure that I get to them right away. We were talking about stress, and we were talking about how it's manifesting in your body and what that looks like and what it shouldn't be looking like and how we can do better about taking care of ourselves. I'm gonna try to call this gentleman back right now to miss 4 calls. All right, let's see. Hmm.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, thank you for being on live with JustPatrice Welcome to Monday, Mr. Austin. How you doing?
It's a wonderful day to be alive. I tell you, on this side of the dirt, like the old folks say.
You said on this side of the dirt. That's hilarious.
Hmm.
Indeed. What you got going on today?
Well, studying some resiliency information, studying some stuff, and I hear you talking about wellness and taking care of yourselves and things like that. So I tuned in.
I appreciate that. You said you tuned right in, huh? So what are your thoughts on how the mind and then the emotion trigger you into a physical state of discord when you are dealing with stress, and how some people think like it just randomly show up in your body and that there were no signs or anything prior to that. What are your thoughts?
Well, I tell you what, in studying and in the research that is out here, that we can actually poison ourselves or do ourselves a great deal of hurt when we don't tune into our physical reactions to the stressors around us.
Okay.
Anger in itself is a very dangerous emotion that, if not handled properly, the emotion of anger will definitely cause strain upon organs in your body, and it will cause shutdown in your system if you're not careful.
How do you work to prevent like that? When you say if you're not careful, like what does that look like?
Um, we have to manage our emotions properly, and the way we manage our emotions properly, we have to teach ourselves, starting with our children, teach us how to think. It's not about the activating event
Okay.
that is triggering my the activating event triggers a heat of the moment thought that I have, and that thought drives my emotions and reactions. And if we're not driving the right motions and reactions that are productive in our lives, it will cause us to have situations where easily falling sick, because we got to think about it. Like, energy management is very important, and I don't think we do that very well, especially in the inner city community. We don't manage our energy efficiently. We're just like any machine.
Okay.
We have to do better at taking time and taking breaks. I bet there's many people on this call that have a problem with asking for help. You know what I mean?
Indeed. Indeed.
Problem with asking for help. They have a problem with um, taking time for themselves. And when they do take time for themselves, they do it in a unhealthy way. So it's not really beneficial to the wellness of themselves.
Right. So, so let me just, I'm going to say this and then we can talk about this for a moment. Because a lot of people that for some reason think that I have a problem asking for help because I've never asked them for help. And I try to
Hmm.
explain to people that, and this is just me and my perspective. Okay. If I don't have no problem asking for help when I know what I
Hmm.
need help doing. Or I've even said I need help and I don't even know what I need. I just know I need something. I've said that
Yeah.
before. I don't always ask
Hmm.
everybody. So determining who to ask is an issue sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Or, trying to be able to know that I can ask you for, you don't want to ask people if you can't help me, you can't help me. You know what I'm saying? Or
Hmm.
how do you determine? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's some better ways to determine that? Because do you just ask everybody, "Hey, I need some help. Hey, I need some help. Hey, I need some help," until you figure it out, or
You
do
know,
you know what I'm saying? Like, how do we navigate that?
I, I tell you what, having close relationships is very important. We sit back and we listen to these old podcasters talk about, hey, if your family don't get away from your family, do it by yourself, be the black sheep, do this. That's the wrong idea. And we have to value close relationships, because oftentimes for us that don't like to ask for help, to having somebody close to us that really monitors us, they watch how we operate, they watch how we do, and they're automatic. We need automatic people in our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's and that's not a big ask, because guess what? We're often automatic for other people. When people need help, we don't ask them if they need help. We jump, and we need people like us in our lives for us, right? And that's not a big ask, because what is asking people to do is stop being selfish.
Okay.
because the taker is going to take until the well is run dry, and the giver is going to give, not understanding that the well is going dry. If you understand what I'm saying.
Okay. I
And
understand
what
that
happens is,
completely.
yeah. So then the giver gets destroyed, and the taker moves on and takes from someone else.
Mm. That is crazy. So what do we do in situations where we are asking people to do things for us that they don't have the capacity to do that? You get what I'm saying? Like if I'm asking you to be a welder and you are clearly a carpenter, you understand what I'm saying? Like how I
Well,
can't
well,
expect you to pick up the welding tools. Like, don't we have to do a better choice, a better job of putting the right people around us?
well, yeah, we have to know the capabilities of the people, and that's why our network has to be very diverse when we're talking about things. We have to have resources. We
Okay.
have to know those, and I think that oftentimes we build a network of people that lack resources.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
I do. I
Like
do.
you cannot continue to stay in the sheep's kennel or whatever they call it, the sheep's pen, expecting different results. And everybody's sheep, everybody do the same thing.
Mm,
You have to get out of that and learn the way of the cow, the pig, and everybody else, and get some eggs. You know what I'm saying? You have to diversify your network. Sometimes these hey, here I'm moving on, no hard feelings, but you know how this relationship is in serving me, whether
okay.
it's a friendship or a intimate relationship. Sometimes we gotta live understanding that what our job is not to be servants all our lives. We got to
Mm.
get served too.
You said we need to be served also.
Yes,
Right. So then we have to be. So is it? Are we responsible for making sure that we got the servers on our team? You get what I'm saying? I'm just
yes,
kind of like we talk
yes,
about accountability.
yes.
You get what I'm saying?
We are responsible. Look, look,
Okay.
look. I'm gonna tell you.
Hmm.
If you teach a person how to think, you make them a more powerful person because the outside does not dictate their emotions. It's all internal. They know how to process their thoughts. Use that big old processor in their head and process their thoughts effectively so that they can have the right emotions and reactions. And it's the same way we need to do when we're looking at people and people in our lives. It's just like me telling somebody a goal and that person, it works counterproductive to my goal. It don't work. I have to get somebody that's going to help me be productive in my goal setting process. Somebody who's going to motivate me and keep me on track, right? Just going to tell me when I'm doing wrong. We need those people. But as humans, what we do, we shy away from those people because we don't want to hear when somebody telling us the real. We
Mm,
don't want to hear when somebody tells us, hey, you need to stop. You need to sit your butt down. Oh, you're getting too big. Hey, you're drinking too much. Hey, you're doing this too much, right? You're
mm-hmm.
spending all your money. We don't want those people in our lives.
Right.
And that's a self accountability thing, a lack of accountability,
Okay. So I'm
right?
definitely gonna, yeah, absolutely. So with myself, this I'm gonna use me as an example. Shout out to everybody that's on Instagram. And shout out to my crazy sister who was taught. She said you need some help catching these hands. Shut up, Tisha. um living this literally going into I'm gonna use me as an example. Um so I thought that I had come through a lot of the emotional distress that I had been in, and I had made some good healing points. I started my therapy. I started being more vocal about some things. I started engaging in different, just different ideas of certain stuff, and being in ways that would help and to eliminate the amount of worry, eliminate the amount of the concern or stress that I was carrying. Not that I wasn't having any, but I wasn't just holding on to it and like lamenting. You understand what I'm saying? And so here I am
Mm,
thinking I'm breezing through, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting back into the upswing of thing, and then here I go down again. And then here I go down
yeah,
again. And I thought that I was good, and I didn't realize how depleted my immune system had become. And so me
yeah,
trying to let go, I had already broken myself and didn't even realize that I was in need of repair. You understand what I'm
hmm,
saying? So in
yeah.
certain in situations like that, like what do you suggest?
Well, I'm gonna say this. You ever heard of the boiling frog analogy?
No, sir.
Okay, well, let me explain this to you real quick.
Okay.
If you take a pot of boiling water and you heat it up, right? And you throw a frog in there, the frog immediately recognizes danger and it jumps out. But if you take a boiling frog and you take a frog and you put it in a pot of cold water and you gradually heat it up,
Mm-hmm.
it does not become aware of the dangers of the hot water, and it dies. And that's what's happening with us in a lot of our situations, is that we don't recognize when the dangers of what's going on around us. The straw that broke the camel's back is a real term, but that's not just one straw. It's a pile of straws already up there that we're not aware of. And then there's one thing that comes and it destroys us. And that's what we have to be aware of. We gotta be mindful not to be the boiling frog.
Wow, that's
You know,
crazy.
we gotta learn to recognize when the water's too hot for us.
Mm.
And we don't
Yeah, I
effectively,
need to learn when the
you know,
water is hot.
we drink, and we think, oh, I'm going, it's good, but we don't realize that the situation in our body is gradually heating up, right? We keep going. We're working both, what they say, they're burning the candle at both ends.
Right, right.
And we keep not realizing that pretty soon that candle's going to dry up and there's going to be no more. And who do we have to thank for that but ourselves? Nobody else.
That's
Nobody
bananas.
else.
And when not bananas in a way like you're not making any sense. It makes absolute sense. And I figure like in this age that we are in, are we not also responsible to be teaching our children the things that our parents and our grandparents didn't teach us? Like it's not like we're not aware now. Like we are conscious of what's happening, and how are we doing? How are we doing such a terrible job at teaching our children and teaching our what I'm saying, our grandchildren? Hey, this ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying? How are we doing such a terrible job at that?
Well, I'll tell you, we have to stay away from rituals, right? I do this because my mama did it for me, my grandparents did it for me. We got to get away from that and start breaking into a new mindset of, you know what, information is powerful, right? We just now learning at 40 something years old how important the matters of the heart is, and how if we don't take care of matters of the heart, we can poison our other organs, you know what I'm saying, in our body. Our body is shut down just for brokenheartedness. And we walking around here not only breaking our own hearts, but playing with other people's hearts.
Mm.
If we don't know, we're doing more damage than we think. But we have to start teaching our children how to take care of themselves, how to get them active, right? We
Okay.
sit them down, we give them a tablet and a video game early as 3 years old. Give them a tablet, video game, and a cell phone and say, all right, y'all go over there and play. And we're not active with them. We got to get them out there active. I've worked with young people all my life, and I look at young people. I had a group of 16 and 17-year-olds, and a lot of them never been sledding before in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You ain't been sledding before?
Crazy,
That's the
right?
problem. That's called selfish parenting.
Mm.
As long as I'm doing for you, I don't need to do with you. You
Mm.
understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
But we start doing with our kids and a less of doing for. We're buying, but we're not doing with our kids. You know what I'm saying?
Understood. So do you think that is the mindset of the parent or the lack of choosing engagement of the child?
It's the lack of engagement of the parents. You know, we have to be deliberate in getting our children out. You can ask the average adult, when was the last time you ran full speed? When was the last time you went roller skating? When was the last time you actually went outside to play with your kids? Or taught your kids a game that you used to do when you were younger, you know? Ask the average adult, and I guarantee you'll see a staggering number that says, I haven't done it. You know, I haven't done it. Listen, that's across all races, all religions, it's across the board. We're too busy being adults and not in tune with our youthful self And it's not only destroying us, but it's destroying our children as well.
Mm. I love to hear you say that we're so busy being adults that we're missing out. I think about that. I was thinking about all the things that I don't do anymore.
Right.
And I was wondering like why, and it's funny that my cousin is on here because I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about her, and I was thinking about some of the other girls. You know, she used to be in the singing group, so I think about how I don't sing anymore, and how,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like what part of me decided that I'm done with that. You know what I'm saying? And how much I loved it. Like if you know me, then you know like that was the life of
Yeah.
the life. You know what I'm saying? Life of my life. You know what I mean? And
That was your adult brain that said, "Oh, I got to do adult stuff now."
I don't have time to do any more singing or
Yeah.
anything else
Yeah.
that feels good.
But guess what? Guess what singing did for you? Singing calls you to do something that adults don't do effectively, and that is diaphragmatic breathing.
That's facts.
Most adults are chest breathers. We breathe from our chest because we always get our chest poked out because we're waiting for the next problem to come, the next issue to arrive, the next so and so to say something to me. I'm gonna do something. We got our chest poked out all day long, and we're not taking take using the full capacity of our lungs. When you use the full capacity of your lungs, there's so many benefits, health benefits, just by doing that. Right? We
Hmm.
can save our own lives just by diaphragmatic breathing
Come
on a
on,
regular
saving our
basis.
own lives by breathing. So I know this is something that you teach, and this is one. And which class is this? The resilience or
Yeah,
mindfulness?
this is resilience and
Resilience.
mindfulness. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about this diaphragmatic breathing. Or do you, is this something that you're able to share with us
Well,
about
yeah.
the diaphragmatic
Well,
breathing?
well, the biggest thing about diaphragmatic breathing, let's use a simple term. It's like baby breathing. If you see a baby, a newborn baby, they stomach rise, right? That baby is using the full capacity of their lung because their stomach rises and falls while they're breathing. And what happens is, as we grow older, navigating through life, we get so far away from that that now we're only using a small capacity of our lungs because we've become chest breathers.
Mm.
Right? And I'm gonna tell you, it's a lot of times in that fight or flight. You've seen kids when they get ready to when they angry and have a fight, their chest poked up and they breathing, they
Get
huffing
the
and
huffing
puffing,
and
and
puffing. Absolutely.
yeah, and they can't control
Yeah,
their breath.
for
That's what's
sure.
happening to us on our faces as adults.
Ooh, that's crazy.
And And so, if we talk about the benefits of deliberate breathing, and you only got to do it 10 to 20 minutes a day. Not all at the same time, but taking time to breathe and train yourself to breathe and do it deeply from your diaphragm can help increase energy efficiency, right? Because now you're not panting all the time, and you're actually taking long, smooth breaths that helps increase the energy that your body uses. Is right, the efficiency of your energy. It helps to speed healing. And that's one of the things that we don't look at. Right, we got these illnesses, these internal illnesses. Start doing some deliberate breathing and with the mindset of gratitude, and see what happens to you.
Hmm.
See how quickly you heal. Right? We talk about managing pain. The first time you stub your toe, what you do? You grab your foot and you start breathing.
Naturally. It's a
Right?
whole instinct. Yes,
It's
yes.
our natural instinct to breathe. But yet we don't do it effectively. And that's why most people need to take time to learn how to manage their energy through their breathing.
So 10 to 20
You
minutes
know?
a day, you saying it'll help smooth some things out for us.
Yeah. Yes.
Shout
Yes.
out to
And
again Prince Daniel. Shout out to Makitham Campbell. Shout out to first one shorty doo-wop, that girl Tish, Aries 2379, therapist Mikhail D. Jump on the conversation. DJ Willie Shakes is in the building. I appreciate y'all for chiming in. She says so true. We don't tap into our youth anymore. Just want to make sure that we're acknowledging you guys, let you know that we do hear you and we see your comments as well. I want to do. Let me take this back. While I was sick, I'm like actively sick. I didn't realize it till you just said it now. The last week of that illness, I was doing a whole lot of intentional breathing, trying to
Mm,
reprogram my nervous system because it was
yeah,
overly sensitive, overly
yeah,
sensitized. And I felt like I needed to breathe, and I did all the body movements and the breath work that I know that go with opening up my diaphragm and lifting my chest so I can take in the right amount of oxygen.
yeah,
And I have to say that I slept well doing when I started doing that. I started sleeping better, and
yeah.
um I think that I was waking up with bursts of energies. My body was gaining its revitalization. So I'll say that as
Yeah.
well, because the first week I felt like somebody was giving me the flip flops and wasn't nothing I could do about it. The
Hmm.
second week, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
we out here. I wish so. I'm glad you brought that to my attention. So I'll continue to do that. Thank you so much for that. Yeah.
Right. It, and I'm gonna tell you this. And so the importance of evoking the emotion of gratitude. We live in a give me society, in a very ungrateful society. And so when we start evoking the emotion of gratitude while using deliberate breathing, it helps to re-engage that vagus nervous system. And I encourage everybody out here to really look up the effects of engaging the vagus nervous system appropriately and see what the benefits of doing that, right? That vagus nervous system will help you to really deal with those internal illnesses effectively, naturally. Right? They have a medicine that'll help you engage the vagus nervous system, but you can do it just by deliberate breathing and evoking the emotion of gratitude.
Hmm. So how does devotion? How okay? So what does evoking emotional gratitude look like?
Well, okay. So for me, right, I like to uh, family. Right, family is important. Right, thinking about my family and the gratitude that I have to be a father, the gratitude that comes to me of being a brother, a cousin, and just looking at all those things, all the moments that I'm grateful for, right? Helps me relax and get into a mindset of gratitude so that I can relax better. Helps me sleep at night, right? Helps me
Okay.
get to sleep. Thinking about gratitude, thinking about these things, the wonderful things that happen to me throughout the day. Maybe I had a chaotic day, but maybe I could tune in to one or two things that I'm grateful for about that day, right? That'll help me sleep better.
Okay.
And that's as simple as that. We're taking a moment in time, a snap moment in time where you can think about that moment and say, you know what, I am so grateful for this moment. This moment right here was so wonderful for me, you know? And, I do it often when I think about the times that I've had with my family, the moments I've had, the times been on vacation with the kids and all that kind of stuff, and the wonderful things we did. And it helps me to evoke that emotion of gratitude, rest. And I can get into my, we call it individual zone of optimum functioning, right?
Okay.
Because we all have a different zone that we function properly in, and we have to know that zone. And sometimes we don't. We live in life and we don't understand that zone of what helps us be more effective or more proficient at completing tasks in our lives, just like sleeping and resting and taking care of ourselves.
That I mean, so what I recently did was I purchased a smartwatch. Okay, and this is
Hmm.
I nobody really wears watches anymore. I like watches like a lot. And if I wore watches, like if I knew that I could wear them comfortably all the time outside of work, because you can't massage with it on, I'd have a watch on my wrist all the time. I really like watches, and I like big face watches. I'm just saying that. All to say is that, so I bought a smartwatch, but what I didn't realize is how much I was going to need it to monitor my heart rate, how
Hmm.
much is going to be important to me to manage my stress, and how the monitors are on here specifically for that, monitoring my
Hmm.
sleep, maintaining
Yes.
And then there are options to teach you for breathing. You get what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
love that you're emphasizing the importance of taking those breaths, importance of staying connected to positive thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And the memories that brought us those feel good moments. You know what I'm saying? So we can learn to live in gratitude.
Yes. They had a news story a few years ago of a lady that had chronic back pain, and every doctor she went to told her that she has to take this surgery, a very invasive surgery,
Okay.
and if she took the she still wouldn't be able to get in her garden, and she wouldn't be able to play with her grandchildren. So she kept searching, and she found a doctor. And the doctor, let me tell you what the doctors prescribed her: 45 minutes a day of meditation
Okay.
and evoking the emotion of gratitude. 45 minutes a day, and she did that. And she started doing that, and they gave her an app on her iPad, and it took her through positive thoughts while she sat back and taught her how to deliberately breathe. And while she done it, and this lady said for 6 months she was able to not only play with her grandchildren, but get in the garden and do everything else. And the pain, she said the pain, it didn't bother her like it used to do.
Hmm.
And it's something that simple that we take for granted. We take God's gifts for granted all the time.
All the
And we
time.
have to stop taking those gifts for granted, because those gifts that we are naturally born with are the ones that's going to save our lives. It's not a cabinet full of medication. It's the natural gifts that we have that's going to save our lives.
Mm. I love this. So now what you're also reminding me of when you're saying that, what it sounded like the somatic emotional training as well, and how
Hmm.
we mind, this the statement, the body keeps the score, and how
Yes.
different parts of
Yep.
our body is traumatized and responds and reactive because there is emotional trauma stored in those areas. So it only makes sense, knowing what I've studied in that area, that gathering and holding on to and reconnecting to more positive experiences in your life will help to counter some of
Hmm.
the trauma that you experience, will
Yeah.
help eliminate and remove some of that, so now your body is not bogged down with those obstacles. That's crazy.
Yeah. I tell you, look up the broaden and build theory. Barb Fredrickson. Look it up. Read it. It talks about like evoking the positive emotions. It talks about the emotion of gratitude and how powerful it is. And if you stack a bunch of the more things that you're grateful for, you stack up all these positive images and positive emotions in your mind, you're going to less likely fall when um, obstacles come in your life.
Okay.
You're going to be able to more creatively.
Hmm.
Positive emotion just frees our brains up for creative thinking.
I
And
need
more
that,
creative
because I'm gonna
minds.
tell you, my mind, I started feeling like I don't have any area for creativity. Like I don't have any outlet for creativity. And I feel dull, if that makes any sense. Like I
Yeah, I
feel
get it.
uninspired. I feel that because
Yeah.
there's no room for that in my mind.
Hmm.
That's
I get.
bananas.
Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
telling you, Trees. I get in there and once I start meditating, I get into that positive mindset, and I go. I'm telling you, I get in the kitchen and I'm creating things. I'm starting to do things like with my daughter, that like creatively, because I need to do it for her. So I'm doing things creatively to kind of help open her mind up to her creativity.
Okay.
So it's challenging right now. Yeah, because yeah, we go through life and we got these challenges. I gotta put on the uniform, and I gotta be a certain way for the soldiers, but then also I gotta take off the uniform and be a certain way for my family. It's tough, you know. But we gotta find a balance, and that balance looks different for everybody. And oftentimes we got people walking around like they need a V8 because they're unbalanced in life.
So is this something
It,
that we are adapting as adults? And when I say adult, I mean mature adults. We're talking about over 35. You get what I'm saying? That we're adapting in our lifestyles, adjusting and making these different concepts of what we're doing and how we're engaging in all the, all the do betters that we are learning from our parents. Like, how can we ensure that these lessons are being taught to this next generation? Because they moving around like we did originally, not a care in the world, not studying about this, not worry about that. But that's how we got here. And are we prepared to have them go through the same thing, or how are we circumventing that?
We have to live the life that we want them to live. But to live the life that they will look up to. I got to say that, right? They see you stressed out and drugged out, and you not accomplishing the goals that you set to accomplish. They don't want to be like you. You know what I'm saying? They looking at the person out there that look like they stress free, not knowing that person is more stressed out than you. They just not showing it.
So the goal is to be an example to what your children want to be like. They want to emulate us, right?
Exactly. You have to teach them how to live. You have to teach them, show them the way, not just tell them the way. You got to show it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You got to show them how to be happy. You got to show them how to be energetic and be outgoing. You got to show them. Just telling them is not enough.
So what I guess so my offset to that is that, so what do we say to the people who have the input that says, well, we want our children to be individuals, and that I don't want them to be, quote unquote, be like me. Like how do we smash that tomfoolery?
Let me tell you something. It's foolishness, because we all have a mentor.
Okay.
Whether we believe it or not, we have a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
We have somebody that we follow subliminally, even if we don't think we follow them. We take examples from people's lives and we say, you know what, that fits for me. I'm going to try that. Right? Okay. We do it on a daily basis, where we gotta understand that our children are going to emulate someone. Why not it be us?
Okay.
Right? Why not it be us? Why not it be us, the ones that they say, you know what, I want to be like mom. I want to be like that. They really take care of themselves. My mama out there working out. My mama out there doing it, using her creativity. She's doing her thing. I want to be like mom. I want to be like dad. Look at him. He's so polite. He's not frustrated all the time. He has a balance at his job. You know what I'm saying? We're showing them things that's going to be healthy for them. Right? I don't care what my child does, as long as they do it with a balance and they're doing what they love to do. I don't care what they do.
Okay.
It's what they love to do. Is it beneficial to their life? Are they helping themselves? And are they being a good human? Are we able to do that? Are we able to show that? Right? Because I teach my children every time, I say, what you do can either save your life or destroy it.
Right.
And you got to realize that on a daily basis. Your decisions will take you under, or they will take you to your highest heights that you've never seen before. It's all in the decision making.
That and you know what? And I'm saying it like that, and my sigh is not because, oh my God, it's just so much, and I don't feel that way. I honestly don't feel that way, and I'm saying that because being that I worked in youth development for the time that I did, I just understand what you're saying. Like, so it resonates with me really well, and not just the children that we've birthed, you know what I'm saying, but those that we are, like you said, everybody got a mentor. You get what I'm saying? For those people that someone is watching you and you don't know that they're watching. Somebody is paying attention to how you move and you don't know that they're paying attention to how you move. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's happening. And so what are we doing now that we know better? And I'm saying that because we keep saying, if you know better, you do better. And most of us, and I say that a really large piece of this generation, we really do know better, yo.
We know better.
We've been exposed to knowing what know better is. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This how we are in life, Trace.
Mm-hmm.
I need a piece on my car, right?
Okay.
I bought the piece. The piece is right there. I ain't put it on yet. Because guess what? It ain't affected me to the point where I need to hurry. It's not an emergency for me to put it on.
Okay.
And that's how we operate in life. We know we need to be fixed. We know what we need to do in order to fix ourselves, but it ain't an emergency. And we don't jump into till it become an emergency. And we can't operate. We can't treat us like we treat machinery. We got to be better.
Ooh, shout out
We
to
got to be
Crystal
better. We got to
Ship.
be better.
Shout out to
We know
Auntie Rita. We said we know
like
what,
we
Jane?
know the issues that's going on in our life. We know how to be better, but like you said, we don't do better, right? And so the thing is, it's like just like the understanding that your car is broken. We got to say, you know what? Okay, guess what? I got to fix it. I can't wait till it become an emergency. I got to do it now. Why? It's easy, right?
Right.
Because it's so easy to push everything off because we got so many other things to worry about. We got to stop pushing things off and start living the way we live. Now, we're down here on this earth for an experience. We're not down here to work ourselves to the bone and destroy ourselves. We're supposed to be working together. It's supposed to be a community. You have to build your community.
Okay.
And your community is now, I'm not talking about the city you live in. I'm talking about your network, your little community. You have to build that for yourself and make sure that community is working for your good and for the good of those around you as you work for the good of it.
Okay. So for people who are listening, I definitely have some folks on tuned in. Like I know we're saying these things and we are tapping into the concept that, sense ain't common. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? So what does that look like? How am I building my community? What are some good attributes? And I know everybody is different. But it's got to be a core senses of sensibility. You get what I'm saying? What does that look like? I mean, and if it's not, then I'm wrong for that assumption. But what is it? How do you put it in practice? What does that look like?
Well, I tell you, it's different for everybody. Right? We the only person know what we need in life, and it ain't until we start communicating what we need and that people can tune into what we need. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
So like, because the community, people that come into your community, it's by choice. It's by choice. That's what makes it such a strong bond because you choose to be here.
Okay.
And then when them people choose to be there for us, we first of all can't take them for granted. We got to show them gratitude all the time, as much as possible, and they got to do the same for us. And then when we like I said, we have to get around people who are automatic. You know what I'm saying? Like they doing for us because they want to, not because I asked them to. You know what I'm saying? We're doing things for each other. We're helping each other out. We're looking out for each other. Opportunity comes. Hey, I got this opportunity. Hey, I got this. Hey, I see you working really hard. Hey, do you need to take a break? Maybe you need to relax a minute. Right? There's so many men I know who have died early in life due to internal complications. Heart attacks and strokes and things like that early on in life, and even suicide. Their brain,
right,
because they can't handle stress, and they don't have the network of people that helps them handle stress effectively.
Nina Soroyer said, I think when it comes to our children, we put away most of our vulnerability so they don't see us as weak. So how do we show them that it's okay to be vulnerable?
Let me tell you, we gotta be honest with them. We gotta. Hey, listen. I tell my daughter every time. Hey, listen, honey, Daddy ain't good today, right?
Mm-hmm.
We gotta apologize to our kids. We don't do enough of that apologizing to our kids.
She said, right? Like I don't cry in front of them, so she don't cry in front of her children.
Why not? They need to see it. They need to see. Children need to see a healthy display of emotion, especially our young men. Our young men walking around here like as if it's a shame for them to show their emotion. And then then when they actually have an emotional outburst, it's an extreme emotional outburst. You have to understand that it's healthy to experience emotion. We have to teach them how to manage those emotions properly.
Okay.
Right? We got to teach them that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay. Hey, if it hurts, hey, tell me it hurts, right? If I
Right.
hurt your feelings, tell me, hey, you know what? Dad, I hurt your you hurt my feelings. I get it. Let's talk about it. We don't do enough talking. We don't do enough communicating. We do a lot of talking, less communicating with our children. Because we'll talk at them all day long. Don't do that, do that. But we never sit down and converse with our children on a regular basis. We got to converse with them. We got to know what's going on. You know, because it's teaching them. It's the way we communicate with our children. It teaches them how to communicate with the world.
I think,
Right?
yeah, I
And
think that's great. I mean, like, I'm asking questions, and we put in because a lot of people hear us and we talk to us a lot, like we're talking, like we're now, but we don't talk about how to do it, how to get it done. You understand what I'm saying? Like we tell each other what we should be doing, but we don't never tell each other how to get it done. And unfortunately, it's a lot of people that say, um, "Well, you told me what to do, but you didn't tell me how to do it." You get what I'm saying? Because they
Mhm.
just can't process the how to part because they've never been exposed to it, hadn't learned these things.
Right. Yeah, it's just as simple as this, right? There's two questions you could ask your child at the dinner table. And we got to start getting back to eating at the dinner table. We don't act. So I can ask my child this question. I can ask my child, how was your day at school? And the child's going to say, fine. It was or I can ask my child, tell me what is good to you today at school. You know what I'm saying? Totally different. You know what I'm saying? What answer, but one makes that child think in depth about their day. When I ask what happened today at school, now they gotta recall their day to tell me what good happened at the school for them today. Instead of just giving me, oh, it was fine. Now they gotta tell me exactly what it was, and that's what we need to do. Teaching them how to communicate, teach them how to tune in to themselves and tune into what their day was like. Reflection, right? And we have to do that on many fronts. You know, being able to communicate with them. And we have to be there for our child when they come here with us good news. You know, yeah, that child got that ugly picture that they drew, and we know it's ugly, and we say, go on now, get on away from me now. You know, because you done seen that picture 100 times. Guess what? If when you don't be there for that child in them happy moments, the child shuts down from you, and now they don't want to come to you even when it's bad because you've taught them not to communicate with you.
Indeed. And she said, "Oh yeah, we have a rule. You can't say fine. You have to tell the whole day about what
I
happened
appreciate
today,
that. Yeah,
from beginning to
yeah,
end."
that's right. That's right. Right. You gonna tell me what happened today. You don't talk to me, right? Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. Teach them how to communicate.
I think that's a beautiful thing, and I just think that sometimes we talk about it, but we don't get a chance to talk about the how. You get what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
we end up, because of habit, we end up talking at even other adults with the assumption
Yeah,
that how you don't know this. You know what I'm saying? What you mean,
right.
such and such, such and such? Because they don't, mf'er. Because they don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you've mentioned it, and we need to have this conversation about it. Let's talk about what it looks like. You get what I'm saying? Just we
Yeah.
in teaching mode. No, folks don't want to teach, and they don't want to offer
Mm-hmm.
directing to other adults. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, I just just thought I make that, just thought that out there.
You know what the biggest problem in intimate relationships is?
What is it?
It's a thinking trap called mind reading. Intimate relationships. Let me tell you something. I assume you know what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? And I assume that you know what I'm thinking. You know better than that. We do it to our children all the time. You know better. How you know they know better?
Mm.
Huh? Or she know I don't like that. Do she? Right? We constantly we constantly mind read each other on a regular basis. So then it blocks the communication in our lives.
So,
We
but
don't open that. We don't.
doesn't that fall in line though with you saying that responding automatically though?
No. Well, that's totally different things,
Okay,
right? Totally different.
I know I'm asking for specifics because somebody
Okay.
inboxed me.
So
So come on.
I cannot assume what you're thinking,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I can pay attention to you and look at the way you move and say, because I'm so close to you, I can tell when you run down and say, you know what? Let me help you out here, right?
Okay.
Now I can do that, right? Because I'm in tune with you. I'm using empathy, right? I'm being empathetic to what's going on with you in the moment. And by talking to you and discussing with you, I start learning these things, right? If you tell me, hey James, you know what? I ain't I ain't had a break in a long time and I ain't been able to fix my car. Okay. My next thought is, doggone it, Treese need a car fix. Let me help Treese out. Let me help Treese get a car fix, right? If we're that close, let me help Treese get a car fix. Because
Indeed.
that right there brings off Treese, right? That's the thing. People don't do that enough. It's just like you walking through the hallway and we do this, we ask this question all the time. Hey, now how you doing? And we keep on walking. We don't even wait to see the answer or hear the answer. Hey, how you doing? Hey, and keep on moving.
You keep
We
on
don't want
moving. Indeed.
we don't wait around to hear the answer.
Mm.
So it's not being mindful. It's not being present with other people. I'm asking people to be present and in the moment with the people that's around them. Once you be present and in a moment, you can start recognizing the warning signs. You realize so everybody has a baseline, Priest. We have a baseline way that we operate on a daily basis. And the people closest to us understand that baseline in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is when we start operating outside that baseline, the people around us can either tune into how we're operating or they can decide to be selfish and tune out.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm glad you mentioned that. And again, when I try to talk on there, I try to speak a lot from my personal experience so that people understand. Like that happens to me a lot.
Yeah.
That happens to me a lot where I my whatever my baseline is, there
Mm-hmm.
are some people in my life that be like, oh no. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely not. And if she did that, she don't feel
Yep.
good. Somebody go get her. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That ain't
Something that is not right. Nope, something is wrong.
that ain't trees. Yeah.
But there are some people who be like, well, you didn't such and such, such and such. I'm like, oh, okay, but when was that? Well, I needed you and you didn't blah 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 whatever. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Cause you don't know how to respond when you when you were I wasn't there because I don't know, I was in the hospital. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or because
Right.
something was happening with me in my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Somebody
Yeah.
passed away. We lost the family member, or whatever
Mm-hmm.
it was. I was sick. Psychologically, I wasn't in a good space. But all you
Right.
can do is come to me and yell at me and be unkind to me because your assumption is that I just didn't care.
Exactly. Instead
Mm.
of understanding you were operating outside your baseline and there was something that's going on with you and you needed somebody for you in the moment. Yes, exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm.
We don't say enough to each other. We
Indeed.
say, hey, be here for you as a friend or in a relationship. I want to be there for you. And you still can't recognize when that person is messed up. That means you're being selfish. You're not recognized. You're not willing to be there. You might well be in the cave by yourself if you're not going to tune into the people around you. Go ahead, Batman.
That I mean, you make plenty sense. I just think that sometimes we need a reminder. I saw a video earlier, not video, a picture earlier today, but not today. Dang it, this week, and I'm gonna try to go find it on my wall really quickly. Just give me 1 second on my social media wall. Um, and I responded to it. Just I think it was more so just me being emotional when I saw it, as opposed to I didn't plan it. I saw it and then I immediately started engaging it. You get what I'm saying? And I was like, and it says rules for 2025. Here it is. I found it. It says visit who visits you, call who calls you, support who supports you, ignore who ignores you. Okay. My response to that was, this is how you tighten your circle, not how you validate friendship, loyalty, or support. And then I went into a whole thing about my concept or whatever. And so some people was engaging me like privately and saying stuff like, well, I mean, if people not responding to you, I said, that's how you tighten your circle. Then you know that the people that are available to you, people who that you can be vulnerable with. That's how you tighten your circle. That don't mean that people don't love you or that they don't care. I mean, for the most part, we got to understand that sometimes life is happening to everybody, not just you. You understand what I'm saying? And what you plan to do about that, how people are able to engage in it. It's okay if someone can't respond to you a certain kind of way, and that's not okay with you. It's okay for you not to be okay with that. You get what I'm saying? And then for you to understand that this is how our relationship, you know what I'm saying, has come to an end, because these are the things that I need and you can't do that. I don't hate you for it. You don't leave out the relationship, friendship, whatever it is, feeling bitter or ornery towards the person. You just understand this. You don't have the capacity. You get what I'm saying, for what it is that I need. And maybe when life brings us back around for something different, we'll move into a different space. You understand what I'm saying? But people be so quick to be like, I'm cutting off everybody that don't call me back when I text them. Well, then cut me off, and because I got how many other things to do. I'm going to get there, but I need to be a priority. It's I can't. I can't.
I'm with you on that one. I mean, but we have to. We're talking about self care, right?
Yeah.
I challenge you to do a poll of your listeners of how many people practice positive self care on a regular basis, right? Got some sort of thing that they do to help rejuvenate themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And ask them, if this is something that they do on a regular basis. Because if they don't do that, then what happens is it causes us to lose focus, and that's what our problem is in society. We lose a lot of focus because we're not taking care of self, right? So we can't focus on the people we love and care about, because guess what? We're so consumed with business. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to work. We're so untuned in to what reality is around us, and it causes us to leave friendships that benefited us because so and so ain't called me. I ain't understanding that so and so busy. So and so got things to do. So and so got their own doggone family. You know what I mean? They can't tune into me every couple of times.
Come on.
But, I can appreciate every moment we get together and we talk and enjoy.
Auntie Rita says, it's the same as asking anyone, how are you? And some people really don't care. They're just being polite. Kids are the same. They don't believe they don't believe you really care about what happened in their day. The proof is we accept fine or good as an answer. We have to change if we want to see change. Be sincere and genuine. You can't teach what you don't practice.
What's the famous saying of all these brothers? You know what I'm saying? That I grew up with. It's all good.
It's all good. Is that what they say?
Joke about it, right? It's all good. Dog, we'll say that in a heartbeat, knowing that it ain't all good.
Right.
I'm struggling, but we too macho to tell people that we struggling. We too macho. We can't show vulnerability because we feel that's a weakness. We have to stop that stigma. Tell people, hey man, I'm struggling. Right? I got a problem. I need help. And be honest about it. And
right.
Men and people that care about these people, we have to really be there for them in the moment. And you know what? Okay. And if I can't help you, let me give you some resources. Do we know the resources in our community that we can send people to get help? Are we up on those resources? And oftentimes we're not.
Yeah, oftentimes
we don't know
we're
what
not. Exactly.
We don't know where that family can get food from. We don't know where they can get a grant to help pay their bills. We don't know where they can get that stuff. We have to start staying up on what resources are in our community to get the people the help that we need. It's not our job to do it ourselves. If we do it ourselves, if we keep trying to help people ourselves, we're running ourselves thin. We gotta direct them to where they need.
And that is one of the reasons I try to stay connected to certain things, because I'm a firm believer. I may not know the answer, but either I can find it, or let's try to find someone who does. You know what I mean? If
Yes.
I can't help you,
Right.
or if I know I don't have the capacity to help you, you know what? Hold on, fam. I can't right now, but I know such and such is available. Will that work for you? Or you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Make a suggestion. Now, if they say no, I can't do nothing about that. Okay.
That's right.
I can't do nothing about. I'm giving you what I'm able to have. Again, if you need 10 hours and I got 2, fam, you can get these 2 hours. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Please don't be mad that I
Yeah.
don't have the whole 10. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Respect my
Yeah.
2 hours, and then listen, and then understand that I'm gonna give you these 2 hours, like all of it. I'm gonna give it to you. So then give your 2 hours. Don't give
Mhm.
2 hours that look like 1 or 1.5. You understand what I'm saying? Give the 2
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people, the consistency of it and the sincerity of it, Auntie Rita mentioned, whatever, the genuineness of it. I may not have 10 to give you, but I got these 2, and you got me the whole 2. All of it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Whatever it is that you need in this moment, this 2, that's you.
Mhm.
You know, and I think doing that more, it does something to you emotionally and spiritually, to being able to be there and support, like genuinely being able to support, because it takes away the feeling of failure. It takes away the feeling of defeat, to make me feel like
Yeah.
I've overextended myself and I don't have the capacity to do dot dot dot, but I got this and it's sufficient. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the you are enough type feeling. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nina said, "Yeah,
Mhm.
someone did that to me at the end of the year." I'm sorry. I hope that they realize that, we all have to be available. People want you to. So there are some people in this life who really expect you to deplete yourself fully for them, because that's
Yeah.
what they would do for you. And I'd be like, you're not gonna never get a chance to do that for me.
Or they won't do it for you.
Or they won't, and they just want you to do it. You can't suck me dry.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
out your mind, fam. No,
Yeah.
you
Asking
know,
for
no.
everything you got and ain't putting nothing in. Won't help you gain nothing, but always asking for something. But
Mm-mm,
won't help you, won't even motivate you to do anything. But
mm-mm.
they always want. There's a lot of folk out here like
Yeah, I know a lot of people that are like that, and I'm gonna tell you, I ain't going. This a
uh-uh.
whole other year. And I've said this. I'm saying it now. I'm saying it coming to look. What if you coming over here trying to make it so that my life is anything but pleasurable? And if you
Mhm.
bringing any kind of stress, to take it and get the hell out of here. Go where you
Mhm.
going. I don't want it. I'm telling you now, I don't have the capacity, the time, or the desire to engage anybody that's trying to stress me out. I'm never, ever, ever, God willing, am going to experience this damn shingles again. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ready to have no heart attack. I'm not ready to have no stroke. I'm not ready for it. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And with that being the case, no, fam, get out of here. No, my kumbaya so strong today, yesterday, last week. I'm just listen going forward, and prayerfully tomorrow it's gonna be just as strong. Cause,
Mhm.
no,
I
no.
have a question,
Please
and I have
ask.
a question, audience. Period.
Hmm.
When was the last time you thank God for you? When
Listen,
was the last time you showed gratitude for you being the person you are?
look, I
We
promise you,
we
yesterday, swear I did.
yesterday. Okay.
Yesterday. I did. And I
I
know
want.
because I did it on purpose. I was like, boy, you really did a gym with me, didn't you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I
Yeah.
was it took me a minute to like really feel that. I was like, okay,
Yeah. When was the
okay.
last time?
Uh-uh.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, it's been a very long time. I was proud I was able to say it for right now. because up until this point, and I said that up until this sickness, you get what I'm saying? There's been more than one time where um I felt like the answer was me not being in this life. There's been more than one time where I felt like I wanted to be in control of my demise. I've just been more than one time where I felt like I'm not enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or I wanted to be more, needed to be something else for lots of years. And for the first time during this particular sickness, I was like, yeah, I'm not mad about who I am as a person. I had a pretty fly life. You know what I'm saying? And some of the things that I've been involved in is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? And I'm excited about the lessons I've had and the things. There's so many people that remember things about me and that I don't remember because for me they were traumatic experiences, but for other people they were opportunities of motivation. I was like, you what? I don't remember, but okay. But okay, so yeah, I asked you, Auntie Rita, Nina. I see y'all jumped on here, and whoever else is logged on here, I see y'all logged on. Make sure you know he asked the question. When was the last time you said thank you to God for you? That is the question on the table right now. When was the last time that you said thank you to God for you? Now I know it's a little bit of delay in the response, but we'll give you our moment to catch that up. You get what I'm saying? Nina said today. Look at that today. Come on with the right back
There
at
you
you.
go.
Today. Come on now. Mm, mm, mm. I love this idea of gratitude though, James. That's just the whole
We got it.
um
We got to everywhere to ourselves,
yes,
right?
indeed.
Because we chose to get up in the morning, and we chose to take advantage of the things that life had to offer us. We chose that. Gotta have some gratitude for us for making the right decision.
Indeed. Nina said today, Auntie Rita said it's been a while. Nina said, but it is rare. You know what I'm saying? And so whatever that, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So now he done challenged us with the opportunity to be able to do it more often. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We challenge it to do it more frequently. To be on deck to say, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I thank you for the stuff that I know, for the ability to be able to do all the things that I'm able to do. You know what I'm saying? LaDonna
Yeah.
Walton chimed in. LaDonna said, I started doing it weekly. I had to remind myself.
Yeah.
Listen, come on now. Come on now. Yeah. Hmm. I think that's slick. How about you, James?
But I think it's a wonderful thing. I tell you, um, we have to change the way we look at it. You know, we've been so used to looking at life from a negative standpoint, and it's called a term called the negativity bias, right? We love to pay attention, and that's what we do. We automatically pay attention to all the things that's negative so that we can protect ourselves from.
Okay.
You know, we don't want to run into those things that's going to harm us, so we protect ourselves from it. And so we that term, it's time for me to go face the day. We use the word face as a negative term. We say, okay, I'm going to face the day in a negative way, because I'm going to put on my armor and I'm going to go out here and I'm going to protect myself from all the dangers in the world and the conversations and the people and all these things. And so what I did in the new was I took that word face and I said, I'm going to break it down in an acronym that
Okay.
is more proactive, right?
Okay.
And not an negative term. It's a more proactive term. So I'm going to take that word and break it down in an acronym. And that F stands for I'm going to do something every day, future focused. Every day I'm going to do something that helps me get closer to where I want to be in the future. Every day. And then I'm going to take A and I'm going to appreciate not only who I am for that day, but I'm going to appreciate everything in my life that's going on now in the present. I'm going to appreciate the present. And then that C, I'm going to do something creative. I'm going to be creative in my approach. Be creative in what I'm doing. I'm going to tap into my creativity, whether it be singing, whether it be cooking in the kitchen or doing some art, whatever it is, I'm going to do something. And then that E, I'm going to get out here and I'm going to do something that's going to cause me to expend some energy. I'm going to be energized. So I'm going to go and get a workout in. I'm going to go roller skating, or I'm going to go to a dance class, or I'm going to do something. I'm going to run around with the kids. I'm going to do something that's going to cause me to expend some energy, right? Get my heart rate up on a regular basis. And that's how I want to face my every day. I don't want to face my day with a negative context. I want to face my day proactively and on purpose.
So you gonna send me that win?
Oh, I'll send it to you. No problem.
That's how you gonna send me that win. You went around here, you having a whole pocket full of gems to just be like, and then while I'm at it, here you go. Come on, sir. Share.
We have to. We have to. We have to be mindful. I think I've lived my life long enough not being mindful of who I am and what my situations are and how I've been blessed in this life.
Okay.
Right. And how people say, "Oh, my life is so bad. I'm going through these problems." Those problems are temporary. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? God don't play by us. And everything that's happening to us is only happening to us for a meantime, not a long time.
Auntie Rita said, when you don't feel appreciated, it's hard to appreciate yourself.
Ooh, let me tell you.
Just talk to us about it, Jay.
But you have to step outside of that everybody else thing, right? And say, you know what? What are my talents? And we don't tune into ourselves about what are my talents? What have I overcome in this to get to where I am now? What have I done? And when you start looking at all the things that you've accomplished, you recognize that you are a living, walking testimony. And a lot of us don't realize that about ourselves. You've been through things that the average person would have, would have the things that would have overcome the average person. But you went through them and you ended up on the other side, healthy and intact. We have to appreciate those things, right? We have to not look for everybody else for outside gratification. We got to always internally. This is an internal thing. When I face my day, it's an internal reflection. I don't care if nobody appreciates me on the outside of me, as long as I appreciate me personally. If they don't appreciate me, guess what? I can walk away from them. I can never walk away from myself.
Who listen?
Right? I'm stuck with me. People walk away out of my life all the time. Right? I don't want to do it. Okay, walk away. Let them walk away. But I'm stuck with me. So I got to appreciate me for sticking with me. Because I ain't always good to myself.
That couldn't be like some of the truest words ever. I ain't always good to myself. And I say that all the time about me. Like, especially coming out, like I said, when you down and you get up and I sit there and I'm like, I am tired of being in this house. I'm tired of looking at myself like that, down to even being able to just comb out my own hair. You get what I'm saying? And being able to restyle and engage myself just from based on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you manage that? Like, what do you do in the face of all of that mess? You know what I'm saying? How do you engage it? And let me tell you, it ain't easy. When I remember being confident, and I remember somebody telling me that I thought too much of myself. I remember being insulted because I wasn't phased by other people's thing. I didn't grow up as a jealous child. You know what I'm saying? I was always thankful and appreciative for the things that I had. And you know what I'm saying? And the things that I did I didn't get, I was accepting that it wasn't for me. Okay. And then I've got like into my 40s and was like, okay, I'm not pleased with this life at all. I want more of this or more of that. So learning those feelings, I'm like, I don't want to feel like that no more. I don't want to experience what it's like to long for what somebody else has or the idea what somebody else has. Why are you not pleased with your own life, Patrice? Why are you not celebrating the things that you have accomplished? You know what I'm saying? Or learning to appreciate, like the where we are, you know what I'm saying, the things that you know and what how you feel about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where's your confidence in the thing in the lessons that you've learned in this life? You know, and I just didn't have
Mhm.
it. I just didn't have it. And until I did again and was like, hey, what are you doing? Get your ass up, girl.
Right.
Quit playing with your stuff
That's right.
like that. We don't like it. We
That's
don't like
right.
it at all. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it takes for you to call a friend to say, you know, I'm feeling kind of low today. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I need an opportunity to see myself in a more positive light. You know what I'm saying? Can you help me with that? You know what I'm saying?
Can you help me?
Can you help me with that? Cause ooh, I be needing it.
Yeah, yeah, we all need it. You know, we all need it. You know, it's a part of life. And so, just having that network of people around us who genuinely care about us and genuinely pour into us positive affirmation is important. We got to stop being used to each other. You know what I'm saying? We got to
Yeah.
start appreciating each other a lot more. We get too used to each other, too familiar, and then we don't act thing. We don't do those things. We take each other for granted all the time. And we got some strong people in our lives to do some wonderful things. You know,
I
so we
love
have to.
that you've been so you had such a positive word today, James. I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? Not that you don't always when you speak, you always speak so positively about how to make things, life and situations better for ourselves. You know what I mean? For a series of resiliency, I can't wait to see what we can do this summer. Have you down here because I already know it's gonna cost I don't got no kids, but three of the kids that I could have had to be able to have you come down. I'm just saying I gotta sacrifice a couple of lambs to be able to
Hmm.
get you down here, but it's worth it. And I think that another enough opportunity for people to experience resiliency. And it's difficult, especially in our community. And I'm
Yeah.
saying that when we start having these types of conversations, we wonder why um people who are not of color um and in their social circles are taking advantage of all these other resources, these new mindsets and all. We're making jokes about them. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But it work. You
It
understand what I'm saying?
works.
It works. And it's
It,
funny, they know we're not going to use a lot of those tools because it's considered not cool, quote unquote. It's not the in thing to do. You get what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Until it is. And then they wonder why we were so far behind because and the
Hmm.
folks are miles ahead of us because they've been doing it. They've been
Yeah.
not ashamed to quote unquote be embarrassed to be better.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I tell you, I I was talking to a woman of the Muslim faith, and I asked her. I said, "Why do y'all pray 5 times a day?" She said, "Well, we do it because we do it." I said, "Well, how do you pray?" She said, "Well, we're supposed to pray in gratitude, and we get down 5 times a day. One before we leave the house, and then we have times throughout the day where we get down and pray for about 2 to 3 minutes." I said to her, I said, "Do you realize that your religious practice is also saving your life?" She didn't understand what I was coming from. And I said, You're you're down meditating, doing deliberate breathing and praying with the mindset of gratitude, a heart of gratitude. You are receiving all the scientific benefits of deliberate breathing with the evoking the emotion of gratitude. And so your religious is saving your life. And when people say, "Oh, I prayed," did you go into your closet? Did you go into your dark space? Did you get down and you meditated? You in the emotion of evoking the emotion of gratitude. And did you do that effectively? Because that's the way you get in tune with not only yourself, but to the creator as well. And we don't do that enough. And I think that oftentimes we think that, oh, I said a prayer. I just looked up and said things, and that's okay. No, you got to get down. You got to get into your spiritual self, and our spiritual self helps us get with our internal organs as well. We can sit down, and if we start deliberate breathing long enough, we can start listening to our body. We can start to hear our heartbeat. We can hear what's going on in our body. Our stomach starts away where it's speaking to us, but we don't do it enough because we're so loud. We're so busy and loud in our lives. We gotta take time to slow. And it has to be 10 to 20 minutes a day. Take that time
How many days?
to do
How
so.
much time a day?
10 to 20 minutes a day. It don't have to be consecutively. It don't have to be all at one time, but 10 to 20 minutes a day, evoking the emotion of gratitude in your prayer. And you're going to see some benefit. You're going to see a change. I guarantee you that. And there's constant articles after articles that actually speak to this. There's scientific information that speaks to this. All you do is do the research. Once you do the research, you'll change the way you operate. And I
So,
apologize. If I hurt somebody, I apologize to them right away. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Because I don't want them walking around with hurt on their chest. So I'm going to apologize. Hey, I'm sorry, man. Hey, I'm sorry. I apologize. We have to normalize that. We have to normalize apologizing to ourselves. We have to normalize that. The anger you hold is the anger that's destroying you, not the other person.
Mm.
We have to know that, right? In order for us to have full and effective lives, our network has to be strong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our network has to be rejuvenating, and we have to start staying in touch with our youthful side. What we used to love when we was a kid is the same stuff we love when we older. And so we got to tune back into that youthfulness. Being old is in the mind because the mind will tell the body that we old if we keep on telling
If we keep
ourselves that we
telling
old.
ourselves that, no doubt.
Yeah.
No
The
doubt.
body gonna line up. The body lines up with the way we talk.
So it's a few of y'all that are on here right now, and you too, James. I want to know, like, what are some of the positive affirmations that you share, either with yourself daily, weekly, or whatever? What are some of the things that you say? Do you just do "I am," "I feel," "I believe," "I know"? Which ones do you do? Why do you do them? Share one or two. You get what I'm saying? Nina, LaDonna, Auntie Rita. She said, I have positive affirmations posted on my mirror, and the wonderful thing about that is my granddaughter enjoys reading them as well. That's dope. And now that's that mimicking thing, right? She's reading them and she's speaking it to herself as well. So what type of affirmations do you share with yourself, James?
You know mine, Tree. I'm James
I'm
M.
just saying
Austin.
that. Come
M
on
stands
now. Wait, come on
and
now.
the M stands
Say it. Say
right.
it again. Say it
Magnificent.
again.
Make it happen. Most deaf.
Nope.
Right.
Say it from the beginning, James. Say it from the beginning.
I said I am James M. Austin, and the M stands for magnificent. Most deaf. Right. Make it make sense. Make it happen. That's what the M stands for. I look at every positive word that begins with the letter M and I use it. Marvelous, right? I use it all the time. And what happens is I speak that a lot. And what happens is, other people start using it too, calling me Mr. Magnificent. Hey, what's up, Marvelous? Right? They remember it. And so now I'm getting affirmation about it. But I speak it into the air every time I introduce myself.
Yes, indeed.
So
I think
that
that's fly.
it keeps me moving forward in a positive way. I can't be magnificent and be all dragged down and depressed at the same time. I can't be magnificent and not be achieving my goals, not pushing forward, right? So I got to line up with those words I'm speaking.
Nina, you said you need help with that. Do you have Spotify? Do you have I can send you some links. I'm sure James got some great stuff that he can share also. Since you're looking for some ways to get into affirmation, that would be dope. LaDonna Walton said, I am awesome and I attract awesome. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Yeah. Hmm. She said no, she don't have Spotify. That's okay. I know you said you had Apple, not Apple, but Amazon Music earlier. I'll send you the link that I to have for some of these songs or some links, and you can find them. I'm sure. Excuse my yarn, y'all, on YouTube. But I'll send you some also, and then I'll send you a list of affirmations that I have somewhere I know to get a bunch of them. I'll send you some stuff. Absolutely, absolutely. James, is do you have affirmations in your book?
Well, yeah. Well, my book is motivational poetry.
Mhm.
So it's little simple poems that actually make us think in a positive mindset. Right? It's just 11 poems that I put in there, and I'm actually working on uh, a a book of affirmations, 99 affirmations that you can use on a daily basis. And I'm working on that, and I'll be having that published soon. But it's important that we speak positive into our lives, right?
Okay.
Um, because like there's so much negativity that's against us. You know what I mean? I see all these podcasts, what they should be, and telling men what they should be, and it's just heartbreaking that people sit there and listen to that crap, and they think that is the way life operates. We all struggle. We all going through things. We all need to learn different things. So you know what? Ain't nobody at fault for nothing. We got to stand up and start learning some things, learning ourselves most importantly, and being better for ourselves and each.
How do you feel about um being judged for the person you used to be?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what. Um, hey, you know, it's billions of people on this earth. I can go somewhere else and be a whole new person today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't have to be around somebody else's judgment. The people gonna judge you every day in your life.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you to accept those words. If you start accepting those words, then yeah, they're gonna affect you. But you don't have to accept those words. I got called, names all my life. You know what I'm saying? From people that I loved and cared about. But guess what? I didn't let them words stick to me. I said I'm gonna rise above this. I'm gonna rise above this. We either use it as fuel or we use it as an anchor,
Mm.
right? If we use it as fuel, we rise above it. If we use it as an anchor, it'll take us down.
How do we get to your book online? Like, where is it?
Well, that's on Amazon. You look up the M stands for magnificent. James Austin. Look for the M stands for magnificent. It's a picture of me on the front of that thing, and it's a simple little book, and it's just a fun read to kind of help us stay in a positive mindset. That's all. But it's on Amazon.
I'm looking it up now, y'all. So keep talking for me real quick. I'm finna find you on. Oh, look, it came right up too, James M. Austin. Come on
Yeah.
now, it comes right up. Okay, I typed it in. Let
Mm-hmm.
me see.
And
Why
I've sold that
are
book. I sold that book in 5 different countries already. Now.
in 5 different countries?
Yeah. Five.
What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yep, I'm
it's
trying to
making its way.
come up with
I
this
ain't on the
link so I
bestseller
can
list.
share it. Go ahead. You said you what?
Ain't on the bestsellers list. You know what I'm saying? But I
Not
sold it in
yet.
5 different
Not
countries
yet. But it's coming.
already. Folks. I tell people all the time, don't wait for perfection before you do something. We
Okay.
buy everybody all the time. I got an iPhone 13. They already on 17, 16, 17 already. You know what I'm saying? We buy other people's perfection all the time. Stop waiting for perfection before you do something. Give the world your talent and improve as you go. Right? You got to start. I teach this curriculum, and guess what? We on 3.1. They started with one. Now we're on 3.1. They done revised this curriculum so many different times because it ain't perfect. We got it, but they keep giving it to us, and we keep improving and give us another update. That's what you can do in life. Give them you, and then update as you go.
Ooh, I love
Don't hold
that.
back.
Give them you and then update as you go. That's so good, James. Oh, that's so good. Come on, sir. That's uh this is why I love working with y'all. I'm so serious, dude. It's always being surrounded by this level of creativity or this type of idealism. You know what I'm saying? And that you can do dot dot dot. You can be dot dot dot. You know what I mean? That just reminding yourself of that all the time. You know, taking that into consideration. LaDonna said that's just great advice. That was the word I needed. Listen. Come on, James. Yeah, definitely needed that word myself. Like, come on, I need to feel I can be great all the time. It's something about that energy that make you feel like I can accomplish it all, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's it. Ain't no door can stay closed. Ain't no door can stay closed when you operate in a positive mind because you're gonna always look for a creative way to get around it.
Mm. Well, if no door can stay closed when you're operating in a positive mindset, that means at any given point in time, you are able to make the decision or make things happen to make what you need happen, right?
It's gonna open. I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna open with a positive mindset, and you know what? Them doors gonna open, and what happens is your name ends up on the other side of the door before you get there. There's many rooms that I went into where my name was already there before I got there. I was nervous about going there, and I get in there, and everybody know who I am on. In fact, they were waiting on
That's
to
dope.
go into a room that I was scared to be in. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
We got to go because when we're doing good and we operate in a positive mindset, our name floats like butterflies into the ears of all those who's listening, and people pay attention.
Well, I definitely shared the link for your book. I put it. It's in the. How do I say that? It is in the link here. I shared it, and it's on the definitely on the Facebook link as well. If you want it or you guys need it, let me know. I've been trying to get him to record the audio book, so if he gets recorded himself, and then you know, then we can have
Yeah,
it on Audible also.
yeah,
I'm just saying.
yeah.
Some
I
just
like to
like
sing.
audibles. You like to do what?
Try not to sing on it. Well, I like to sing. I can sing. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Do it anyway. Yeah. Just go on and do it anyway, Austin.
Do it anyway. That's what I'm saying.
Ooh-wee. Listen, I'm gonna tell you
Perfection.
now. God definitely did his thing. He knew not to make you could sing too. Okay, he he was like, you know what, that'd be a little too much for the people.
Right? I'm already a handful. But yeah,
They'd be like, nah.
hey, I definitely appreciate the conversation today.
Indeed,
It
I
is definitely
appreciate you too. Thank you.
a blessing to my soul.
Always. I love that you always have such really good positive and uplifting insight. You get what I'm saying? And that you've taken some of the lesson in your life and utilize it to, help others grow, help others connect, help others build. You know what I mean? So we all
Yeah.
need opportunity for improvement. Nobody shows up perfect. You know what I'm saying? To the
Nobody.
game. Nobody shows up perfect to the game. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Yep. We have to start somewhere though.
We do. We do.
And you cannot defeat the world sitting on your couch. You understand that?
Are you sure?
You,
Cause
you got to get off the couch.
I like it. I like it on the couch.
Huh? Yeah, I
I said
understand. We
I
all
know I
do.
kind of like it on the
Listen,
couch.
listen, I'm as introverted as anybody else. I sit in my house and won't even see the world if I don't have to.
Mm,
But I realize that to operate and make things happen, I got to get off the couch. Right? I got to
right.
get up. That's the comfortable. We get comfortable. We have to stay uncomfortable. We have to stay uncomfortable in life. The moment we get comfortable is the moment we start dying. We have to get uncomfortable. Stay uncomfortable. Your body needs to stay uncomfortable. If your muscles ain't twitching and hurting throughout the day, you ain't done something. You know what I'm saying? in a
Okay.
positive way. I'm talking. Muscles should
He
be
said in a
twitching.
positive way. Must
Uh,
be twitching in a positive
You
way.
know, you know
I
the difference between a positive ache
I
and
do.
a
I do.
sickly ache. Yeah,
And then you didn't
and
harmed yourself. We don't want that. We just want your body to be staying
right,
active and
right.
in motion. Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. Are you
Gotta
planning? Do
get.
you have any classes coming up soon? Some people plan to see you soon, or
Well, yeah. We have a few classes here at Fort McCoy, and I'm actually planning a few other classes out of state and things like that. So we'll be moving around. The team, as a team, we'll be moving around uh, in a few different states, New Jersey, North Dakota, coming up. But then also planning to network some more in Atlanta and do some more classes down there with a few friends of mine, teaching a little bit and trying to get back to serving the youth population
okay?
because positive affirmations.
Hello? Did you hang up, James? I think he hung up by accident. Let me find out. Y'all just hold tight. Hello?
It's okay.
What
It's okay. You
happened?
hung up on me.
I hung up on
You
you.
hung up.
I wasn't even
Yeah,
touching it.
yeah, you did.
Oh my
It's
gosh, I'm
okay.
so sorry. He right here. I got him, y'all. I got him. I got him immediately. I'm so sorry. I'm like, what happened? I didn't
Yeah,
even touch that.
that's fine.
It's a
But
whole separate
yeah. So
device. Okay, so go ahead. So you
yeah,
are going to be
I'll be
doing some
down
traveling. I'm getting back
once we
into the
travel.
youth work, right?
Yeah, yes, because I think the youth, well, we're losing them too fast, and it's all because of the stress, and I have to teach them how to de-stress and actually uh, um, look at themselves more in a positive way. Like, so I'm looking forward to that, getting out and doing those different things with these young people and coming up with ways that they can be creative and use the talents that they have in order to benefit themselves.
Indeed.
So yeah, I'm really excited about that. Excited about some new upcoming changes. Because I'm all about motivation. That's my whole life. It's all about motivation. Um, and so motivating people to do things that they didn't normally know that they can do, that they didn't realize that they can do.
Okay.
Right? That's what I do as a first sergeant. I take my soldiers and I motivate them to achieve things that they didn't know they could achieve themselves. I push them past their mental barriers, and that's what we need to do for our young people. Push them past their mental barriers, and that's
I'm
going to help
excited
them.
about that. I'm definitely excited about that. I love the work that you've done over the last 30 years.
Yeah, yeah,
Being able to see that continue to manifest in the presence of our future is a dope experience. I want to thank you for
yeah,
taking your time to call in and chop it up with the people today and to share with me. I definitely would love to have you on again regularly. To get you in rotation. Like this gonna be our
yeah.
thing.
Guess what I'm going to do now, Tree?
What you finna do now?
I'm gonna learn how to be a beekeeper. How about that?
Who?
Learn how to be a beekeeper.
Fam, just say you don't ever want me to come by the crib. You ain't got to tell me but one time. All right. That's it. That's you. You done thank you. Ixnay on the Ixnay. Thank you
Ah,
very much. Trees allergic to
I,
bees. Thank you so much, though.
lifelong learner. I'm not gonna keep bees. I want to learn
Mm-mm.
how to do it.
No, James, you don't never just do no, sir. I don't know. You don't just be learning nothing to be having a regular old information in your pocket, sir. You do it.
But I could teach kids. I could teach young people how to do it if I learn
Okay, well, you go on and learn it and teach the young people how to do it. Just let me know which program y'all working on, so I don't be nowhere near.
it.
Ah.
Right.
Mm-mm.
All right.
You take care. I'm looking forward to hearing about what you got going in the future and how your beekeeping lessons are coming. Let me
Roger
see.
that. Take care now. All
All right,
right. I
you take
appreciate
care
you.
now. All right, bye bye.
All right.
Yo, listen, it's been a great day. Today's conversation has been so good. I love when we get to talk about not just what the problem is, but how to offer some suggestions on to manifest better within ourselves and in others. That's the whole point of us getting together. Y'all sit, we chop it around, we talk, and we share and we build and we grow and we connect and do all the things that we can just to be better within ourselves so we can be the best that we can be for our families. I love you guys. I want to thank y'all for being here with me on this wonderful Monday, January 13th. We out here in the 2025. Our 25 came in like, whoa, but we got this, right? The fires are jumping off in LA and in that area, sending prayers to the people out on the West Coast and those that are flying in from all over the world to be able to help make that easy for the phone people who work in the phone centers, even here in our city, you know what I'm saying, who are working the phone centers to help bring some peace and some order to that particular area. We appreciate you. We love everything that you're doing, the sacrifices that you are making so that others can have better. We appreciate you for that. As we keep moving for the rest of the year, y'all know I'm scheduling my guests. So if you'd like to be a guest, I'm ready to have you on. If you want to advertise, that's a whole different ball game. But let me know and we can get you doing that too. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much, cousin. I appreciate that. Thank you, auntie. I appreciate you. Donna said I just met a beekeeper. Y'all crazy, but I love it. If you check this out real quick, if y'all know young people between the ages of 11 and 24 that are looking to tap into some dope mentorship and a really dope, like super fly, groundbreaking social network, inbox me. Okay, I'm gonna say that because if we in the invite only stage, and I'm just saying, I be wanting to be the first of everything. We want to know how to get in on the bottom on the ground floor to be part of the foundation of some. This is it. Become a legacy member immediately. But how to do that? What it's for? Regarding, inbox me because it's one of those private VIP type things. Inbox me and I will tell you all the details. Must be between the ages of 11 and 24, and ready to and be motivated, ready to be a motivator. You know what I'm saying? Or to be encouraged and ready to be the encourager. All the things. If you're ready, let me know. We got it together. Thank you very much for being here today. And all the love and support that you guys continually share. Don't forget to do what? Breathe. I love you. I holla. Adiós míos, papi. No puedo dejar de sentir una especial de manera de usted.
You already know.
Sometimes it's hard to explain how you feel when your troubles are weighing you down. And it's hard to accept that the world has your back when you cry and there's no one around. But it's okay, girl, to take a day, girl, to regroup and to relax your mind. I know your pain, girl. Trust when I say, girl, that tomorrow is gonna